Well, salutations, good morning, good afternoon, and or good evening, wherever you may find yourself orientated within this universe, and welcome back to another broadcast. We are Ultrasonic Blur. We hope that you find yourselves well, and if not, we hope whatever is ailing you is easily fixable, and if not, well, then we hope we can obviously use some entertainment in these more trying of times. What is the plan for today? What are we doing here? And enjoying things with, well, having now finished the Final Fantasy 13 playthrough, which was a lot of fun and things, we were looking and it was like, man, we'd like to go back to the old, some of the older series that we've done, you know, the Professor Layton games, the Phoenix Wright stuff, because there's like 3 more games for each of them, and it was like, oh, we could go back with that, but we couldn't decide which one we wanted to do, and then we realized we don't have to choose, because back in 2012, I want to say it was, Level 5 and Capcom got together and said, hey, we've got some fantastic, very good story narrative, visual novels with puzzle elements to them and things, and some really beloved characters. What if they met? And, yeah. Oop, bloody hell. Yep, okay, you came in a bit fast there, but that's okay. Don't worry about it, it's fine. So yeah, we now get the opportunity to play what could very well be the best of both worlds, or too much of a good thing. I don't know yet, I'm very hopeful, but I've sat with this opening screen and holy shit is it fucking awesome. Because, 2014, excuse me. Maybe it was 2012 they announced this game was coming out. I don't remember. For some reason I got 2012 in my head that this was a thing. But yes. This fucking opening track, when listening to it for the first time, I got fucking chills, man. It's fucking amazing. It's so good. But yes, we are going to be looking at Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I think this is a fucking phenomenal idea, and I'm so looking forward to seeing how well that's going to end up working out, because to me, that's a fucking match made in heaven, and nothing can go wrong with that, which of course likely means that something's going to go wrong with that, and my higher expectations are going to be dashed, but hopefully, let me just double check that everything does work how I think it will. Obviously, let's just see. Big top, big bottom. Yes, they still work the way they should. Fantastic. Good. Oh, because yeah, this is behind the scenes of things. This is using the same page that the 3D or the Pokemon overlay has, so you can see we've literally just got that on the thing there. Dun, 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 dun. God, I fucking love this track. Dun 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 dun. God, it's fucking beautiful. So let's jump in. We did check a little bit with or we did test a little bit and things, but it was mainly just to see if everything was working normally. We tried to avoid as many fucking cutscenes as we could, as much shit as we could, so I don't know much going into this. So let's just get a name going in there. Ultrasonic. Alright, Ultrasonic it is. Ultrasonic. Huzzah! There we go. Is Ultrasonic okay? Didn't like the full thing, but this is fine for now. This is a work of fiction. The characters, groups, and events portrayed within are in no way intended to represent the real world. But we are going to make it look really cool. Alright, what we got? What we got? We got a car driving through what looks like a... Okay. Alright, bro. It looks like you're driving through a park.
If anything happens to me, go and see this man. He should be able to help.
Okay. What are we doing here? That is an Italian accent, yeah? Yeah?
Lots of witches.
Witches? What? What the fuck is going on here? Okay. Okay, so we've got our premise for this game. We have magic and witches and chasing people in cars and fire. Okay. I love the design with the one eye. Okay. Oh, we're just gonna make statues come to life now. Okay.
No, that's impossible.
Okay, I am very interested to see how we go with this, because I'll be honest, like, the Phoenix Wright games have always had, like, this air of realism to them. Like, absurdity, but it's always been feasibly possible. Professor Layton's kind of gone, let's have a hallucinogenic gas or an entire city under London that nobody knew about. Okay.
Go without me. Quickly. Get going. Oh.
And we have a guy dead already. Oh, I love in the background the swirling visions of these eyes. And they just shoof. Okay. Ah, we are in London. Well, what do we have here then?
Well, what do we have here?
Yes! What the fuck? Holy shit, we've got a fucking car. They yeeted his car into a tree. Okay. Right. Well, let's see. If I remember the voice of Inspector Chelmy, it was something like this. The prologue on a dark and stormy night. Oh, I gotta remember. Oh no, I gotta remember everyone's voices from both series. This is gonna be a nightmare.
What the blazes?
Oh, thank fuck, it's voiced here.
How on earth did a vehicle end up on top of that tree?
Actually, I wonder, will this whole thing be voiced? Because they've got, the 3DS power now? I don't know. Maybe.
Blimey. This is going to be a tough nut to crack.
I mean...
There is one man I know who could get to the bottom of this.
Maybe. Let me also just do one thing and check something real quick. Emulation. Let me just configure some settings. Check that I'm not on stupidly high. Native times 4. I mean, we could go native times 3. Let's just see if that has any real... Nah, native times 3 is still fine. Just making sure that we did have it on native times 4. I don't know how well this is gonna run. It does say, like, oh, it could be a bit of a shit, and it's untested, so I'm hoping there's no issues, but we'll see. Alright, well, you think the Professor... Ah, there he is! We immediately open with the Professor.
That's right. People in the Middle Ages
this is
very
fun.
much believed in their existence. That is the reason why they had witch trials. Do you see?
Witch trials?
Oh, bloody hell, there's a storm coming in real close.
Did witches really exist in those days?
Not at all, Luke. Superstitions and such always make people believe the strangest of things. Though no one could say for certain. It is unlikely that they did, though. Somewhere in this range for them. Oh, we got the Layton theme.
Witch trials certainly existed, although nobody ever truly used magic. Witches were nothing more than superstition.
I love the use of parts of the Professor Layton theme. That's beautiful. And of course, because we're in London. Oh, I didn't know they're gonna be there in London. Put him there. Put him there. Where is he?
Wow!
Oh, they have the theme. They have Maya's theme. Oh, that's beautiful.
I know you're excited, Maya, but can a guy get a few last Z's in?
This is
Oh, I'm tearing up at this. I don't know why. It's been so long since we've seen any of the Phoenix Wright games.
I won't be defending in court officially.
That's no fun.
Oh, how does Phoenix not feel that?
You know, you're
Aw.
always at your best when working.
Look at this, 2014, and he's already wearing a mask. Isn't that
I
great?
wish you wouldn't talk like that.
Oh, how the hell do you put your... I mean, I get why he's got the headphones that way. It would mess with his hair, but... No, you can't do that. Oh. We have one-eyed witches. That's such a fucking cool opening. I like how they bring him in where it's just like, ah, he's just there on an exchange. That's beautiful. And there's the intro opening. Oh, what we wouldn't give to be able to actually play this on the 3DS with the actual 3D elements to it, because that must be so fun. That must be so fun. I mean, I always thought that the 3DS was like a gimmick. Like, oh, you can do 3D with stuff. But if it's done well, just putting a little bit of depth on something could be so fun. Oh, I'm happy with this. I will admit the professor looks a bit weird in 3D. But, he looks like he's it looks like he's from, like, Playmobil. It's just his head shape. His head shape kind of just curves too unnaturally. So he's got this Playmobil-esque figurehead. That's brilliant.
So it should clear up soon.
Aww.
I hope it does clear up soon. Especially the lightning.
At least we've also... Hey, I'll give him this as well. You've got the right Luke voice, which I'm very happy about.
Lightning, I take it.
Of course not. I'm not a little kid, you know.
I mean, you are... How old are you now? You're like 10, I think?
It's just that I hate how it flashes suddenly. It takes me by surprise.
Oh, and also, for anyone who may be potentially wondering on this, because this is an important thing to say, no, we will not be playing Professor Layton in the new world of Steam, as much as we were excited to see that, because we're going well, how should I say this politely? I am not going to play a game that is 90% no effort and AI bullshit shat out into a cartridge and things. Since I cannot determine which of the 90% and 10% isn't that, they can fuck off into a bin. The only reason why we feel comfortable playing any of the other Professor Layton games at this point in time is because we know for a fact that was not done, and there is no money going the way of level 5 for this. So they can fuck off into a bin. They will never, under any circumstances, ever again receive any monetary support from us for fucking wasting our time trying to turn around and say, oh, but most games are made with AI. So, unfortunately, that will be the what's the sixth game? It's it's Spectre's Call, Mask of Miracles, Azran Legacy. Azran Legacy will be the last thing we play with them, if at all, at some point. But I just wanted to nip that in the bud early. Fuck generative AI, fuck the use of generative AI, and fuck anyone who tries to tell you otherwise. Alright. Then let's wait for what... okay. Well, we do have normal voices to have to do. Then let's wait a little while for it to settle. Luke, I have just the thing to take your mind off it. Take a look on the bookshelf. The bookshelf? What's on the bookshelf? Well, books, of course. You'll know when you find it. Do you recall our usual method of investigation? Of course I do! Oh, I expected as much, but just to be sure, let's have a refresher. We use a magnifying glass for investigation. This will appear automatically. Slide the stylus along the touchscreen to move the magnifying glass around. The secret is to slide the stylus as if drawing a line. While moving the magnifying glass, it will sometimes appear orange. When this happens, give the touchscreen a light tap. Doing so will investigate the point in question. In addition to important information, there are also puzzles and hint coins waiting to be found. Hint coins will become invaluable later on when tackling difficult puzzles. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay. Touch and slide on the touchscreen, then give it a light tap to investigate. This technique can be used for investigating, I'm having a stroke, I'm only 10. This technique can be used to investigate points of interest, right? Now, let's investigate the bookshelf. Okay. Let's have a look on the bookshelf then. It's a puzzle! Wasn't this a picture book? Wow. I wouldn't have expected you to have a picture book, Professor. Wait a second. That's right, my boy. There's a puzzle hidden within that book. I should have known. You even have puzzles hidden in your books. All right then, Luke. Why not see if you can solve this one? Naturally. After all, I am your apprentice. All right then. Ooh. Puzzle number 01. Paths of Light. Alright. And I believe that's going to involve us swapping... you there. Ooh, that doesn't look quite right now. We'll leave it there for a moment. A light witch and a dark witch are trying to fly back home to their castles. Each castle is coloured to match each witch. Their way home is connected by colourful paths of light. Touching one of the paths will cause all of that colour to disappear. Help the witches find the right path to their respective castles by removing the unwanted paths. Alright. Touching a colourful path of light will remove all of that. Remember the light witch lives in the white castle, the black and the dark one. She'll switch the colours as they fly up. Okay. Let's go ahead and have a look. So, first thing I want to do is see... Oh, it feels nice having such a bigger screen for this. Let's have a look and see. The light witch right now is doing this path here. Okay. So, weirdly enough, the Light Witch is already making her way the correct route. However, she is touching everything bar orange. So, let's, oh my god, they have undo buttons like this. Oh, they have lots of colors. Let's go ahead and look at you. So, you are going this way, this way, this way. Alright, up, over, 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 over. You don't ever make it anywhere good. So let's remove just the orange paths right now and see what happens. If I remove orange, then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you end up still in the same place. So removing only orange doesn't work. It's a tricky bastard for the first one. So you only need to move over 2. So at the end of the day, you have to go +2 and you have to go -2. Let's just trial and error this to start with. How many trials am I going to have to take off? I don't know. There are hints that I can use for the first one. I have 30 hint coins? Holy shit, that's generous. Alright, if I just take off this path, let's go ahead and see. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that doesn't work. So that we already know doesn't work. What if I just do this? If I do that, then you end up stuck in a spot which doesn't work. So let's pop that and pop that. Let's just see if that works right now. You up, over, over, over. So that works. However, we then have you to go along, which does work. Okay, so orange is good enough, and you're good enough. A little trial and error to start us off. Couldn't really see a way of doing this one faster, but there's probably some way you could systematically think about how you're going to work these. I would assume something would be in the idea of, you can get rid of green because it only affects you. It doesn't actually affect... my thought process is you can get rid of green because it affects you more than it affects you, where it's 1, 2, so they actually cancel each other out. Maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of bullshitting at the start of this. It's been a while since we've done a puzzle, okay? Over they go. Over they go. And around they go. And home they make it. Very nice. Alright.
This is my answer.
Boosh. Very nice. Oh. Oh boy. Yes. Outstanding! Both witches managed to cross the colourful paths and find their way home. Very nice. Well done, Luke. That was a piece of cake! I can solve harder puzzles than that, you know. I'm pleased to hear that, Luke. It was a charming little puzzle, though. Like straight out of a fairy tale. If only the witches of the Middle Ages were as jolly as the ones in this picture book. Yes, indeed. Well, it looks as if the rain is about to stop. Shall we prepare to go home? Okay, Professor. Now, where did I put my umbrella? Huh? Professor, I think we have a visitor. At this late hour? I can't say I've been expecting anybody. I'll go and see who it is. Whomst is it? Ah, it is you. The woman who was with that other person who got thrown out of a car. Are you Mr. Herschel Layton? Yes, indeed I am. My dear young lady, how may I be of assistance? I have been asked to give you a letter. Please, could you read this? This letter, it's from Carmine. Carmine? Who's Carmine? Or is it Carmine? Is it Carmine or Carmine? I'm gonna go with Carmine because I think he was Italian. He was a student of mine a number of years ago, and if I recall correctly, he's now a detective. Wow, a detective? About Carmine. Yes? Well, I'm sorry. It appears there may be a matter of some considerable importance within this letter. Let's read it right away, Professor! Okay. Oh, we start off with a letter, because of course we start off with a letter! I love that.
It has been a long time.
This is definitely an Italian
I would like to
accent.
tell you, but at present I do not have the time. My life is in danger. I am being chased by something terrifying, and I am not sure whether I can escape.
Ooh. Okay.
It all started in a town called Labyrinthia.
Okay, Labyrinthia.
One that you will not find on any map.
Ooh, I like the fact that we get the map. I like the P. I like the fact that he does that on any map.
I found myself there during the course of an investigation.
Okay.
While I was there, a series of unbelievable events occurred right before my eyes.
Ah.
I
Okay.
realized the town held a mysterious secret and decided to get to the bottom of it.
We have a mysterious village, a town, you should say.
Before I could,
Not a
they
village.
found me.
See, we've gone up in the world. First a village, now a town. Who's they?
I escaped from Labyrinthia with a young woman by the name of Espella. It was my
Espella.
belief that she
Okay.
held the key to solving the secret of that town. It is not me they are pursuing. It is Espella.
Oh,
As such,
thanks for bringing
I
her
am asking
here.
you to help her.
Thanks for bringing her here.
Labyrinthia hides an ominous mystery. This is one puzzle that appears to be beyond my powers to solve.
Okay,
I
okay,
apologize for
okay.
imposing on you in this way.
No, you're fine. We love a good puzzle. You've named it a puzzle. I'm sure the professor will have no issues with this whatsoever. So let me just pull the volume down a touch, because I think it's a little loud. Alright.
Your faithful student, Carmine Accidenti.
Doesn't that mean car accident in Italian? Hang on, I gotta look that up. Google Translate. Car accident. Translate to Italian. Incidente strande. Let me just see if... Yeah, thank you for telling me that that's... alright. Carmine accidente. Accidente. I think it does. Does it mean car accident or not? Or is it just like... No, I don't think it does. I don't think it does. Damn. That's a shame. Car accident. Yeah, because it'd be incidente strandel. Strandel. Incidente stradale. Incidente stradale. It would be what it was for Italian. It's just an Italian way of saying car accident. Oh, that's fun. That's very fun. I like that. Right. Let me just see. What are you running at speed-wise? Yeah, you're running about the right speed. Good. Good. Well, I never. Professor? Am I right in assuming that you are the Espella of whom Carmine is referring? Yes. Yes, I am. Tell me, what on earth happened? I'm afraid I'm not entirely sure. It seemed as if we were being chased relentlessly. They caught up with us and we were attacked. As a result, Carmine was injured. I see. I'm sorry to hear that. He bravely did his best to ensure that I escaped safely. I beg you, please help him. Please help that brave man. You mustn't worry about him, Espella. Knowing Carmine as I do, I'm sure he'll be all right. But ever since I've known him, he's always been in some difficult situation or other, and he's never failed to win through. More importantly, at the moment, I'm frankly more concerned with your safety, Espella. You're concerned about me? According to this letter, the one they were after is you. Are you certain that you're all right? You aren't injured at all? Me? No, I'm fine, really. I think you'd better take a rest, even if just for a little while. Your clothes are all wet too. I'll go find you a dry towel. Thank you. You're really too kind. It's no trouble at all. As soon as you're more comfortable, we can sit down and talk. Professor? If what is written in that letter is true... Yes, indeed. It means this young lady is in real danger. And it also means her pursuers might even come to this office in search of her. I'll go and lock the door. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. At any rate, we'll need to talk to Espella and find out what this is really all about. Oh, we have our first mystery! Oh, that's gonna be fun. So I wonder then how they're gonna do, like, the Ace Attorney side of things. Because right now this is all Layton. A strangely dressed young girl suddenly appeared asking Professor Layton for help. It would seem she is being pursued by someone or something. Griffey! Salutations! It is a pleasure to see you here. Yes, it is the classic Professor Layton from 2014. This game is 12 years old, but also could be a lot of fun. We almost teared up just seeing Professor Layton and in the same cutscene, Phoenix Wright, which is a lot of fun already. Espella appeared at my study full of fear. I do not know who she is or where she has come from, but I wish to help her. Okay, talk to Espella then. We will talk to Espella. I'm sorry to have put you both to all this trouble. Please, think nothing of it. Although, if it's all right with you, I'd like to hear a little more about what happened. We won't be able to protect you without a clear understanding of the circumstances. Protect me? It is my belief that you are in quite considerable danger, and it is the duty of every gentleman to help a lady in trouble. I sincerely thank you. Now, it would certainly appear that you are being pursued. However, Carmine's letter referred to your pursuers as they. Could you tell me who they might be? They are witches. What? Did you say witches? Yes, witches. They are truly terrifying. Carmine did his best to protect me from them, but in the end he was unable to escape. They caught up with us. If they realize I'm here, then you two may also end up in danger. Perhaps it would have been better if I hadn't come here. Espella? Yes? You mustn't worry yourself. Everything is going to be all right. Really? You have my word. We'll be on our guard. That's right! Nothing to worry about. The place is tightly locked up. Thank you both. Espella, I'd like to inquire a little more, if I may. Yes, of course. The town you came from is called Labyrinthia, is it not? Yes, that's right. Espella, what's the matter? Well, we are in Labyrinthia now, aren't we? Huh? No, we're in London, in England. London? England? I'm sorry, but I don't understand. What? No way! You mean to say you've never heard of England? Tea! Crumpets! God save the Queen! Professor, I'm at a loss for words here. What else have we got that's British? Well, not a whole lot, Luke. As an archaeologist, I know that almost everything that we have here comes from other cultures. But never mind that right now. There's another culture we can go and extract things from, apparently. Well, it's just that I've never come across a place by the name of Labyrinth. It's just I've never come across a place by that name in Labyrinthia. Spella, are you sure you're feeling alright? No, Luke, I believe Spella really doesn't know. Spella, about this town of Labyrinthia. I'm afraid we've never heard of it either. If I may ask, where exactly is Labyrinthia? It's what?
Anything you could want to know about Labyrinthia can be found
Oh.
in this book.
Okay.
Anything.
Okay, the volume, the leveling isn't quite what I'd expect, but that's okay, I can have a fix of that.
Fine. I've never seen a book quite like it.
That's the entire history of Labyrinthia, I imagine?
Would you mind if we had a closer look?
Yeah, not a lot of origins in the country itself. St. Patrick is from Wales, for one. That's true, that is true.
Of course.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, the whole thing with England and, like, everything is you've got, like, Saxon period stuff, but then outside of Saxons, it's kind of not a whole lot else. There's, like, just getting invaded by William the Conqueror, getting invaded, then not getting invaded anymore. Okay. What the hell was that, by the way? It must be more hallucinogenic gas. I know what it is. It's by full sense.
I must be seeing things. It was as if the words were moving on the page.
Okay.
No, Luke. It looked the same to me, too.
Look, there's a picture of the town in here. So this is Labyrinthia, is it? Yes, that's Labyrinthia.
Okay. Ooh. Very nice place. Nice perspective. How intriguing. The buildings look all look really old, don't they, Professor? Indeed, Luke. I don't recall ever having seen this town before. This is my hometown. Then this must also be where the witches pursuing you are from, is that right? That's right. Okay. Espella, what exactly is this book? It seems somewhat valuable. This book is the Historia Labyrinthia. As I said just a moment ago, everything about Labyrinthia is written in this book. Everything. The entire story. Labyrinthia's story? If it contains absolutely everything, then it must also include something about witches. Yes, it does. All about the witches, the events in the town and the people living there. Everything has happened in the town is written. Everything that has happened in this town is written in this book. And not only that, but also everything that is going to happen. Eh? What did you just say? Okay. We have all of the history of Labyrinthia, so would that not also include everything that's happened now? Or is it because it's outside of Labyrinthia, it now wouldn't include that? Interesting. But I wonder if something pertaining to Labyrinthia, because that's where we get to it, like an interesting point. If it's just like the town and everything, if someone were to leave the town, could you then have it written back that they would return to the town after doing a series of things, in which case then it could affect the outside world? Sorry, that's just some interesting scientific study to go there. The town of Labyrinthia, portrayed within the book entitled The Historia Labyrinthia, is an old town the likes of which the Professor and Luke have never seen. Espella claims to be from this town. Apparently, everything that takes place in Labyrinthia is written in that book. Espella referred to it as Labyrinthia's story. Right.
Professor, this certainly is very strange.
You
First
could
that
say that
Lexicon
again.
Arena, and now this book. If you ask me, Espella doesn't seem to be lying. But witches chasing after people.
Oh, now I get how we get the professor. Now we get the Phoenix Wright side of things. It's gonna be witch trials. I get it. Eh? You get it? It's a pun. So, what do we got then?
It's certainly hard to believe, but I do find it fascinating.
Aw, hello, little dove.
Thing. Do you want to come in from the rain? Don't open it!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't worry, this place is locked up tight. Now it's definitely not. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that's a really cool way to make an entrance. I fucking love that design. That is such a cool design. Faint Fulma, huh? Oh, what the fuck? Right. Okay, that's really cool. Alright, we're using wind power here. So how the fuck do we explain this? Because this is Layton's office. And now the window's broken.
Professor, what was that?
That, Luke, was a witch.
Oh, that's such a cool line. I'm sorry, that's such a cool line because you have before you have Luke ask, witches didn't exist, right? And Professor kind of assures him no one ever truly used magic. Not that that's not a witch. Well, there were no witches, just that no one ever truly used magic. So people were called witches, but they didn't use magic. Now, that was a witch. That's so fucking beautiful because that's not the professor saying that it's magic. That is him stating that is a witch that took her. That's so clever. That's so cool. Never played this one, only the first one. Nice style. Griffey, this is, like I said, because there's only 2 Professor Layton games that are on the 3DS, so this is technically like the 5th game, I want to say, somewhere in that region. But yeah, it's a very fun story so far. I'm fucking loving this shit.
Do you think that was one of those witches that Espella was talking about?
No, I believe it was an entirely different witch.
I can't say for sure, but it certainly looked that way.
Fucking Layton in your hedging, bastard. I can't say for certain. Well, who the fuck else was it gonna be?
Then what we just saw, was that magic?
I don't know.
Nah, that's always the clever thing with Layton. And it is it's weird to say that it's clever. It's a clever character who says I don't know, but it is genuinely a clever thing to do, is to openly admit when you don't know something, so that because otherwise you're blustering and posturing and speculating and theorizing. It's like, I could theorize that it would seem that way and all that kind of stuff. No, I don't know.
But something bizarre did indeed take place before our very eyes. Luke, I'm going to go and search for Espella. While I'm gone, I'd like you to...
Professor, I'm going too.
Yeah, you weren't gonna get rid of him that way.
I'm coming along. After all, I am your apprentice.
Yeah, you were never gonna get rid of Luke that easy.
Okay, Luke, then let's go.
Alright, not bad. Right, I've already put the important things into the trunk. Thank you, Luke. We'll make sure to keep a record of all the important mysteries we've encountered, as well as all the progress we make in our investigations. These will be kept in the trunk. Open the trunk at any time by touching the menu button in the left corner. To look back on the progress made so far, you may wish to have a look in the story, or alternatively, in mysteries. Very well, and now we have our third shot. I love this stained glass window look for everything. That's very cool. I do like that. And I fucking love this design of the single eye. The witch broke into Professor Layton's study, snatched up Espella, and escaped into the night. Could this mysterious power she wields truly be witchcraft? I certainly did not anticipate Espella being snatched away right before our very eyes. We must do something about this. Okay. Now, I believe we're all set to go. They seem to be headed towards the Thames. Let's follow them and rescue Espella. Right you are, Professor. And off we go. I do want to see what options I can do with something. Ooh, that's a nice shot of the Thames. Oh shit. Yep, okay. We've lost them, Professor. They've gotten away. It would appear so, yes. However, we can be quite certain that they came this way. There may be someone who saw the witch carrying Isabella. Right, let's start asking people. Hey, look over there! Isn't that...
This one's really got me stumped.
I agree, sir. Total mystery.
Constable Barton, I don't want agreement. I want answers.
Vengeance! Ahoy, beings of various sentience. How are we all today? I'm not too bad, I suppose. We find ourselves well. We hope you can say the same. It's good to see you here again. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. Inspector Chelmy and Constable Barton. I wonder what they're doing here. They appear to be having a heated discussion about something. Perhaps it may even have something to do with the witch we're pursuing. I most definitely am. Glad to hear you're good. Yeah, and that's all we can ever ask of someone, is as good as you can be under whatever circumstances you find yourself in. And now we can make it even a little bit better with some entertainment. Let's see what they have to say, Luke. Good thinking, Professor. Alright, first thing I want to do is menu. What options can I do? I can. Okay, I'm going to put the...
expect no less from a gentleman. Should expect no less from a gentleman.
Okay. Just going to pull the music down a touch. Put that there. Confirm that. I like that we get that. Puzzle index. So how many puzzles we... I was going to see. I didn't know if we could go back down on everything right now, but that's fine. Alright, what items have we got here? First of all, we have the letter. We have the Historia Labyrinthia. Okay. Supposedly it just goes everything that happens. That's nice. Anyway. Oh, I can write memos. Let's... Can I just put... sub... Alright. S... I B E 4 O R 4 more R E. Alright, well, now it feels weird that the subscribe isn't in that way, so let me just I just fixed that. You go there, you go there. R I B E. There we go. It doesn't look terrible at all. Sorry, I couldn't resist that. Alright. Let's go on then. Fine. Also, I should be looking for hint coins, shouldn't I? What a lovely square! Police officers look out of place here, though. Yeah, the police will always look out of place wherever... Oh, hello. Oh, tell me that's... Oh, that's brilliant! I like that. That shows you that there's a spot of interest, but it also shows you where a hint coin... I like that. Fun fact, did you know Professor Layton's doctorate is actually in the field of feline psychology? He's not qualified to perform therapy or treatment of any human and should not be charged in investigations like this. I thought it was in archaeology, personally, but I can understand how he managed to get it, get another one. All right. So there's two. Come on, there's got to be a third one somewhere here, right? Like, there's definitely a third. Not the moon. Oh, hang on. There it is. There it is. Alright, you. Right there. That's my 3 hint coins. That's nice. Alright then, fine. Let's talk to you lot.
Hey, you there! This area is off limits. Only Scotland Yard personnel are allowed here. Oh, hang on. Oh, it's you, Layton. What are you two doing here?
It's been a while, Inspector Chelmy. Has there been some kind of incident?
Well, more of an accident than incident. Over there, a motor vehicle has been heavily damaged.
A heavily damaged vehicle, you say? That sounds rather serious. But I doubt that Scotland Yard inspector would be involved in something as mundane as a simple traffic accident. Is there perhaps something unusual about this particular incident?
As always, you're quick to pick up on the finer points, Layton.
I should say there's something unusual. In fact, I've never seen nor heard of an accident as unusual as this one.
Barton, would you leave the talking to me?
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
An unusual accident? Unusual in what way, precisely?
Don't go concerning yourself with it. It's the job of the police to solve this case.
You never know, Inspector. I may just be able to help you solve it.
What are you saying? Even I don't have all the facts yet. Clues just aren't that easy to come by, you know.
Yes, we've got nothing so far. In fact, I'm sure we could even use a helping hand.
Oi, Barton! I thought I told you I'll do the talking.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Just a moment. I've got it. Hey, Layton.
What is it, Inspector?
Well, that is to say, if you're so keen on getting involved, why not go and take a look for yourself?
That was a sudden change of heart. It was, Luke, but a welcome one, wouldn't you say? Very well, Inspector. I will take a look. The vehicle is just up ahead there, is it?
Yes, it is. It's in the park just over there, if you know where I mean.
The park is fairly big, so it's quite easy to lose your way.
I suppose I'll have to explain, but listen up. I'm only saying this once. When you want to go somewhere else, touch the move icon in the bottom right corner. Touch this to change from investigation mode to movement mode. The places you can move are the places indicated by red markers. Touch search to move after moving to go back into investigation mode. Incidentally, you're free to move to any location indicated by a red marker. It's a convenient way of moving, since you can move a great distance with only a single touch.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so happy.
That's so good. Look at the map and touch our desired location. That's right, isn't it, Inspector?
That's right. So now you know what to do. Why don't you go and take a look? Oh, but don't forget, if you find anything, be sure to come let me know.
We'll be waiting here for you.
Yeah.
Professor, I think the unusual accident they were talking about... Indeed, it could well have something to do with our own investigation. It's my birthday yesterday, Paddy's Day today, middle name is also Paddy if you need a good laugh. What a long weekend. Griffey! Wow! First of all, congratulations on surviving another year. Not always a thing that everyone gets the luxury to be able to do. Here's to another one. Do it again from the top. This time a little bit more feeling, you know? A little shake up in that last third act. You know, it's step, shuffle, step, shuffle. You really put the hips into it this time, alright? But it's a good look for the first one. And also, yes, it is St. Patrick's Day today. So have fun with that. What a long weekend it's been. I can imagine you had a good weekend. Oh, I hope your celebratory day was as good as it could have been for you and you enjoyed yourself thoroughly. Let's go and take a look at the scene of the accident, Luke. We may well find some clues. Right you are, Professor! Okay, so,
when I hear back from them, I may just be able to make something of this case. With a backlog of cases I've got piled up, I have to take out where I can get it.
Alright, the new destination has been added. Alright, so we go move. And now, we can go over here. Oh, and it tells you whether there's hidden coins and puzzles. Oh, that's so fucking good. I love that. Put her on your hips or remember that dance forever. Aye, they. Oh, bloody hell. Professor, look over there! There's a car up in that tree!
My word. This certainly is out of the ordinary. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Like Constable Barton said, it seems extremely unusual. I mean, how on earth could something like this happen?
We'll need to investigate this closely. Let's take a closer look at the car. Okay, we got a lot of gawkers and squawkers. First things first, check for hint coins, as is important. There's been... always check under the seat, because there's always something under the seat cushions, and in this case it's just the wooden planks that are cushions, therefore it works. Now where's my last one? Okay, I will say that the screen is, I can move to the whole distance of the screen. I thought I only had the little bit that I could go with. That's useful to know. There we are. 36. No hidden puzzles here, so I don't have to worry about anything else. Let's have a look at the car.
The more I see it, the stranger it looks. It's as if the car just flew up there. It's certainly taken some damage. You don't think... Could the witches have done this?
It's certainly possible. It would appear the accident occurred only moments ago. Wait, what's that mark on the car?
Excuse me, gentlemen. Yes, you two. Would you stop right there? I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to leave. This is the scene of an accident, and we haven't finished investigating it yet, so... As you can no doubt see, it's all rather mysterious. We don't yet know the exact cause of this here mishap. Not a safe place for spectators, I'm afraid. I'll have to ask you both to move along.
We're not spectators. We've been given permission from the Inspector Chelmy.
From the inspector, you say?
So you're here officially then, are you? In what capacity, may I ask?
Well, not officially as such. The name's Herschel Layton. I'm an archaeologist.
You're pulling my leg. You mean to tell me you're the famous Professor Layton? Now that you mention it, you certainly do resemble the good professor.
Of course he does. That's because he is the professor.
So, Constable, if you don't mind, may we investigate a little closer?
I've been put in charge here, so I can't afford to be wrong about this. For all I know, you might be an impersonator of Professor Layton.
What? Oh, come on.
If you're the real Professor Layton, then I'm sure you'll have no trouble solving this little puzzle that I just so happen to have here.
Sounds interesting. Let me see what you have.
Car's nest in the trees to roost for the smoke on people's asses. Layton, you're a feline psychologist.
Stop blowing smoke up people's asses. Sorry, that's a weird thing. I started reading your first comment about the car's nest and then read the second one of yours one. The car's nest in the trees to roost for the winter here, but it's usually far too cold and that far outside the city. Oh, so I ended up somehow with the car's nest in trees to blow smoke up people's asses.
Security showdown. Okay.
Also, I swear that little sound when the puzzle name comes in is the same sound that the communicators in Star Trek use. That... Alright. The local police force are assisting a museum to increase its security. The guards' torches allow them to spot anything up to 3 squares away. TNG or TOS? The original series, I believe. Because the little tap buttons they've got. Alright. Do your best not to be seen and sneakily make your way out of the room. Okay. Interesting. Don't get seen. Alright. So don't get seen. Reach the exit with your phone. You can use the touchpad. Right. So every time I move... Okay. You go there. Right. Okay. 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 I just kind of messed around there because I... There's really much I could do there.
Yes, sometimes it is important that the most direct route is not the easiest route.
Well done! You managed to stay hidden in the darkness and make it out. That's it! You solved it! Judging by the way you solved that puzzle, there's no doubt that you must be the one and only Professor Layton. Of course, from the very start I had a fairly good idea it was you, Professor. From the very start, you seem to have your doubts, Constable. Well, anyway, do feel free to investigate as you wish, but, there is one last thing. Yes? Later, when you've got a free moment, would you mind signing my helmet? Which oh, the one on your head. Yes, of course. Are you sure that's allowed? Come, Luke. Let's take a look. Come on, Luke. Let's take a look around before the constable changes his mind. Tell me, Luke, did you notice anything strange when we looked at the car? Anything strange? Well, to be honest, the entire accident is pretty unusual. Well, yes, but if we're supposed this accident occurred naturally, then there is one particular mark that should not be there. A mark that should not be there? Ah! Professor, the handprint! There's a handprint on the bonnet! Well spotted, Luke. But a handprint of that size is too big to be left by any normal person. Indeed, it would almost appear to have been left by the hand of a giant. That's a bit far-fetched. Luke, let's look around a little more. Isn't there anything in this park that grabs your attention? Professor, from here I can't see anything strange other than the car. Professor Layton once tried to tell me that my cat was suffering from feline non-24-hour sleep-wake disorder. Non-24-hour sleep-wake disorder, but I knew my cat had a perfectly average cat sleep schedule. He was trying to get me to pay more money for sleep studies. What a fraud. That's true. Well, the thing is one of the things that cats do is naturally, over time existing with you, they will adapt more to your sleep schedule. They are, they'll more often be awake when you are, and they will sleep more often when you sleep, despite it being different from a cat's natural sleep cycle. Over the years and time spent with their humans, they naturally just want to be awake when you're awake, because that's when they get to be around you and have a good time, which is always very nice to see. I like that. In situations like this, Luke, we need to zoom in. Zoom in? In cases where something is too far away or hidden behind other objects, we can zoom in to see it more clearly. When you see something of interest, use the magnifying glass to look closer. When the magnifying glass turns blue, it means something important is there. By zooming in, we may be able to uncover some new clues. Okay, Professor, I'll zoom in right now. Luke, you've just moved closer to me. I'm zooming in, Professor! Could you back away from my ear, Luke? Oh, sorry, Professor. When the magnifying glass turns blue, just touch that area, right? That's right, Luke. Now then, let's give it a try. Alright, do I see anything else? I do. Hey, the statue's hand! It's about the same size as the handprint on the car, isn't it? Do you think the car hit that hand when it crashed? That is a possibility, of course. However, the handprint on the car is a right handprint, Luke. Right hand? But the statue is holding a spear in its right hand. Which means that couldn't be where the handprint came from. Quite right, my boy. And it would certainly appear that this is more than a simple traffic accident. I wonder what could have happened. If the handprint was made by the statue, surely the statue couldn't have moved. I'm positive there's some kind of secret behind this, and whatever it may be, we can be certain it's related to the witch that took Isabella. I think so too, Professor. How else could this kind of accident have occurred? If we investigate more closely, perhaps we'll find some clues. No, Luke. First we should head back to see the inspector. Really? But all he seems to say is how unusual it seems. Well, yes. However, there is one more subject about which I'd like to ask him. Oh? What's that? Not what, my boy, but rather who. Who was in the car when it crashed? Ah! Yes, this is just to confirm our suspicions that it may very well be be these two. Or Carmine who was in there. Because if not, then it may not even be related.
So, what do you think? It's no simple accident, is it?
I'll bet this one's even surprised the great Professor Layton, hasn't it?
Without a doubt, this is no ordinary accident. May I ask how the driver was?
He wasn't seriously hurt. He was a real jammy dodger, that one. In fact, we're about to take him into custody for questioning. Strictly private, I'm afraid.
Inspector Chelmy, there's something I would like to know.
What's that, then?
The driver's name. Was it by any chance Carmine Accidente?
Eh? Oh, the devil! Where'd you get that information?
Oh, well, you could just say a little bird told me. He's something of an unlucky yet lucky type, always getting himself into trouble, only to miraculously escape unharmed.
An acquaintance of yours, is he?
He attended my lectures a few years back. An outstanding student.
Is that so? Well, perhaps you should have lectured him on how to stay out of trouble. We've had our eye on him for some time. He's a bit of a maverick, that detective. Always sniffing out dangerous situations and poking his nose into trouble. Unlucky isn't the half of it. I tell you, I wasn't surprised to find him involved in this ruckus.
Professor, that means this must be the incident in which Carmine was attacked. Yes, it would seem so.
What's this? Know something I don't, do you?
No, nothing at all, Inspector.
I was hoping you might just come up with something I could use. Never mind, I've got that detective. I may be able to wring something from him.
I'd really like to know how such an accident occurred.
Inspector, just one other question. Is there any evidence to suggest that Carmine was not alone in that car?
What's that? Someone else in the car? No, there's nothing to suggest that.
Is that so? Well, was there anything else unusual about the accident that you hadn't mentioned?
Anything else unusual? No, not as far as I'm aware.
Wait a minute, we did see those strange people in Halloween costumes.
Oi, Barton! Like I said before, I'll do the talking.
Yes, Inspector. Sorry, Inspector.
These people in Halloween costumes, can you tell me anything about them?
You're certainly persistent, Layton. To be honest with you, I don't think they had anything to do with it. We saw a group of them loitering around Tower Bridge. I decided to question them, but when I took my eyes off them for a second, they just disappeared. I wonder what in the blazes they were up to, wandering around dressed like that.
When precisely was this?
Just a moment ago, about the same time you went to the park.
Halloween costumes? Professor, could it be? I see what you mean. It seems we may have a lead. Thank you for your help, Inspector.
Now, hold on. Just what's all this about?
Well, we seem to have come to the right place, all right. Yes, it would appear the witches attacked Espella and Carmine in the park, before coming after Espella and abducting her from my office. Following that, they must have made their way from there to Tower Bridge. We may still catch up with them if we hurry. Let's go! All right, to Tower Bridge we can go. So now we've got Carmine's accident? Yes. Yeah, right. The professor's former student, Carmine Accidente, who gave Espella a letter for the professor, was involved in a car crash where they were being pursued by witches. What was he investigating in Labyrinthia? The news of Carmine's accident came as a shock, but at least he survived. I would like to have discussed things with him. Alright, onward we move. Now to Tower Bridge. Let's move over there. 3 coins. And no hidden puzzles. Alright, we can work with that.
Oh, what a cool shot! That's a very cool shot.
There's no one here!
This is puzzling. I normally expect to see more people here at this time.
It must be the bad weather. I guess no one wants to go out in this.
That could be it, although I'm also sensing something of a peculiar presence in the air.
Professor, don't talk like that. Oh, that made me jump.
Luke, over there.
Did you say Luke or look?
What the fucking hell? Coming the accident involving a car accident. Nice play for the story. I mean, you gotta have something from the that's the Phoenix Wright side of coming into it, where everyone's got a fucking pun for a name.
Yikes! What was that? I bet it was one of them. Professor, let's follow it.
Just a moment, Luke. There's something we should review before we go running off. The method of entering a building is a little different from that of regular movement. Sometimes when moving the magnifying glass during investigation mode, the cursor will change to a yellow arrow. This indicates a means of direct entry. You can also enter while in move mode. Simply touch enter to do so.
Touch the yellow arrow in investigation mode or enter in movement mode, right?
That's it, my boy. Try not to forget. Alright then, let's make haste.
Alright, but first we have 3 hint coins to find. There's one. There's the second. And I'm pretty sure you'd put the third right up there. Of course you would. Of course you would. How's the moon looking? I love this. I mean, the circle is way too small. It looks like everything's warping around it, but I kind of like it from an artistic artistic perspective of just this huge tower and warping everything around it. It makes everything feel very feel very big and you feel very small. Very, very fun. All right, let's move in here. Oh,
what the? That thing just disappeared into thin air.
I hate when the evil ghoul haunts my bridge. Like a towering monolith of a structure, the world bending around. Exactly one violence, exactly. The hint coins, it looks so cool in this animation style. I know, it's very fun. It's very, very fun.
Well, I certainly don't feel the same presence I did just a moment ago.
Hey, Professor, what's that?
That would be a speller's cloak.
Wait, isn't that... Professor, it's a speller's cloak!
Yes, it certainly looks like the cloak she was wearing.
A speller? Well, where could she have gone?
Luke, take a look at that. On the wall there, just next to the cloak.
Eh? Hey, there's some kind of mysterious pattern engraved here.
Indeed. I believe this may demand closer investigation.
That it may, but I don't know. Are there? Yep, there are hidden coins here. Hang on. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh artifact. Oh! That's that. Oh, what's the fucking card? I know the card you're about. Trap card. The Eye of Truth. It's the Eye of Truth. You're thinking about the Eye of Truth. Sorry, I know that Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's the Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's that, or like there's you're thinking maybe the Millennium Eye, or it's the card the Eye of Truth. I don't know why I was able to pull that fucking relic. Yeah, the eye. Alright, let's have a look at the eye. Oh, bloody hell.
What do you think this pattern is all about?
Well, I can't say it's a pattern I've ever seen before. I wonder what a mark like this could be doing here.
Wait a second. That figure disappeared right around here, didn't it?
That's right. Not to mention Ispella's cloak is lying right in front of this wall. Without a doubt, there must be some kind of clue here as to Ispella's whereabouts.
Millennium Bridge, the most impractical of the acts from the anime.
Let's check it out. Wait. Can you hear something?
Oh.
Huh? It's... Professor! The wall's moving!
Oh. Ooh, okay. Puzzle number 04, walled in. The sudden shifting has dislodged a number of bricks from the wall. Drag the blocks along the wall and arrange them so that the design of the wall is properly displayed. Alright, yep, you can use touchpad or you can just control from this way. To move a block, touch the touchscreen while hovering over a block and slide it to the desired direction using the stylus. Blocks will automatically fall into the holes in which they perfectly fit. Use the designs of the patterns on the wall to help arrange the blocks. Ah, okay. So I have to very specifically... okay. So, for example, here, I have to move this one here like that, and that's where it blocks in. Okay. And then you go here. Get that out the way. You go here. Like so. You come all the way over. Over like that. You... Not sure where the hell you go. It's there. Okay. You... Let's move you down there real quick. Okay, you come up here like so. You go over there and you fit in there. That's a nice puzzle. I like that. It's kind of a fun way of doing a sliding block puzzle. Well, there we go.
See if I've proven myself.
Good luck on bringing it to a tournament.
Indeed, an intriguing puzzle.
Excellent! A powerful tremor begins to resonate from the wall. Oh, wonderful.
Look, Professor! The wall!
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Okay.
Huh. What's this now?
I think it's trying to give us a seizure, Luke. What the fuck?
Ouch, ouch, ouch!
Luke!
How did you fall down that,
Are you
Luke?
all right, Luke?
Yes.
Huh?
What is it?
Huh?
What have you seen?
What is this place?
That's a hell of a shot.
What's a place like this doing behind the wall?
Also, how is this place behind the wall? It's a fucking leg of a tower.
It appears to have been here for some time.
What the fuck is the missing piece of Exodia?
I wonder who could have
The
done
left
this
nut.
and why? It's so dark. I can barely see. Hespella! Professor, we've got to search
Are you
for
under the
Hespella.
Thames right now?
Indeed, she could be here somewhere.
Uh-huh.
So, could that witch?
Precisely. We should proceed with caution.
Okay, with caution it is. The mythical bollocks of Exodia. Hespella could be here. She could be absolutely anywhere. In this completely uncharted area, potentially under the Thames, that could stretch for miles. She's also right there behind this box. But first, we must check my hint coins. Professor, I think Hespella. I see Hespella. But Luke, have you found all the hint coins here? The what? The hint coins. I told you they would be invaluable later, so you must make sure you get absolutely all of them. Yes? Good, then let's find Hespella. Oh, there's Hespella. Ah, Professor! Over there! Professor, she's unconscious and she's not breathing. She needs medical attention. Luke, we need those hint coins. What's this? Quickly, let's get her on our feet. No, don't immediately. No, 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 no. If someone is unconscious, you do not stand them up. You lie them on their back. You then gently lift their feet up so that they can get more blood to their brain. You do not pulse. You do not get someone on their feet. Jesus Christ. Stand the unconscious Hespella. Alright. Help Hespella. This puzzle is worth 20 pickerats, of which as well we want the big bottom for this. Hespella's hands have been tied tight behind her back. Quickly untie her. Which rope, A or B, will not result in a knot when both of the rope ends are pulled at the same time? Oh, so this is which one of the two overlaps. Right, okay. It's going to be fun. So... We want the one where so for those who want to know how this is a fun area of maths. I don't think it's in topology, but there is like knots and things is an interesting thing where essentially what you're always looking for is if you switched the positions of pieces of rope, could you unlink knots and things like that? Because that's all not that is the basis of every knot is a loop going over another one in this case, which is it's a simple. It's not a box knot, is it? Or like one half of a box knot? Is it a granny knot? I don't know. I can't ever remember. But, it's, again, knot tying is not something we know a lot of.
Knot tying? I love ropes. I use them to hang people.
So what we want is we want the rope where this is behind and this is in front. So coming up here, it will be going this way like that. And then the black rope will be behind like this. That is what we're looking for. So we're looking for the downward piece to be behind the white piece, which is this way, like this, like that, and then there. Because this doesn't form a bind, right? Because that's on top, that's on top, that's on top, right? Yeah, because then that's on top there, and then, yeah, you're going this way. So that definitely doesn't form a anything like that. That's some fun for you. But yes, I do like the artwork this game has for everything. That's very, very fun. Also, it feels weird seeing Isabella without that cloak right, or her cloak right now. She's showing her bare exposed shoulders. How scandalous. Alright, but it is B. Pretty certain it's B. Untie the knot. I like how it's untie the knot and not just, and it's just, let's just make no knot.
Let's see if I've proven myself.
Alright.
That was indeed an
Damn it. I fucked up the timing on those things. Forgot about that. You did it! Isabella is free. Just what exactly occurred here? Oh, that's nice. Ding ding ding. Ding ding ding. Ding ding ding. Isabella, are you alright? Mr. Layton? It's really you. Oh, I hear someone setting fire to something. Mr. Layton, you really did come and rescue me. Of course. As I've said, it is the duty of every gentleman to help to save a lady in trouble. Thank you, Mr. Layton. It's my duty too, as an apprentice gentleman. Professor, I think they're coming back. I don't sense any immediate danger, but be sure to stay on your guard, Luke. Right, now let's hurry up and leave this place. There's no escaping them. Eh? Carmine tried many times to lead me away from the witches, but as you've seen, we were unable to escape them for long. Uh-oh! Oh, what should we do, Professor? No, there's no consistency to the art style of their eyes. It is fun. Actually, yeah, you do have 3 completely different art styles. You have black dots for Professor Layton. You have very simple eyes for Luke. And you have very detailed eyes for Isabella. Nah, fuck. And then we got this motherfucker here who's just glowing red eyes. Fuck off, Reaper of the Cards.
Oh, no.
That figure from before.
Professor, I can hear something. It's coming from the end of the corridor. Just as I thought.
Why would you really call that a corridor?
If we stay here, they'll find us.
They've already found you.
This is bad, Professor. They're getting closer and closer.
They've already found you then.
Please, at least save yourselves.
Layton. I've got it. Hint coins. Put them all in a bag. I'll beat it to death with the hint coins.
Don't worry. I have an idea.
Quickly.
Please, leave this to me.
Layton, Minecraft villager.
There's not much time, so listen carefully.
Alright, what are you planning?
Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to run away and pretend this never happened.
Professor! They're nearly here! And there's a lot of them!
Okay, we should be all set. Let's get going, Luke. I like the teeny. Okay. Oh, fuck. Of course, it's Tower Bridge has got the... Uh-huh. Okay.
Hand over the girl.
Oh, that's a fucking cool shot. It's gonna stand at the top of Tower Bridge like that. That's really cool. Nope. Now we're doing the wind shit again. Nope. That's Luke, isn't it? Haha! Wait, what the fuck is this speller wearing? How the fuck did they do that? Okay. And the speller is... where? Oh, she's on the ship. How the fuck did they put her on the ship? What the fuck?
So you enjoy playing silly little tricks.
Oh, that's a cool shot.
You didn't think we'd just give ourselves up, did you?
That's such a cool shot. I love the double lights creating two shadows like that.
So tell me, just who are you, witches? And why are you so determined to capture Espella?
I feel like we could have had a little bit more energy put in there. And why are you so determined to capture Espella?
Fools.
Huh.
It's yourselves you should be more concerned about.
Okay.
Do you have any idea of what it means to involve yourself with that girl?
Nope.
It would seem not.
Okay. I still love her. I still love this witch's design. Like, look at it. It looks so cool.
What do you mean?
It doesn't have feet. That's awesome. Uh-huh.
The pair of you have unknowingly walked right into the middle of the story.
Ooh.
The story?
I'm having fun
See
here.
what I mean?
Uh-huh.
With your very own eyes.
Mm-hmm. And then you disappear. But of course you do it with a bow, because that's fucking sick.
Professor, she just disappeared.
No, Luke, I think she just fell off the end of the bridge.
I wonder what she could have meant by that.
I don't know, but I have a bad feeling about all of this.
Why do
She
you
just
guys
tried
have
to
the book
steal it
now?
because she lost.
At
Interesting.
any rate, we should try to reach Espella.
Yes.
I know where that ship was heading. Let's head to the port and
How
meet
do you
Espella
know?
when she arrives.
Well, of course I knew. I keep meticulous notes of all shipping containers coming in and out of the country, and at the times at which they do so. Naturally, I'm aware that this was a ship coming in with goods. Therefore, I know exactly which dock it will be or which port it will be docking at.
Right, and then we can give her back this book.
Hmm?
Huh?
The fuck?
Professor, the book, it's...
What the fuck are you doing, Luke?
I'm not doing anything. It's just doing this on its own.
Okay, and now the book is... Oh, there's a picture of them in the book! This was all predestined to happen!
Isn't this us, Professor?
Surely not.
Uh-oh. Luke, how many pages of the book did you open at once? The hallucinogenic gas! Ugh. Oh, shit. Oh, that's sick. Okay. Well, you have my attention. That's a very cool... I love the binding on that book where it's just the front and back cover. It's not got the other bit. To be continued. Oh! What a fun beginning. What a fun beginning. But that can't be all. I mean, yes, we obviously are going to save. But, you know, we gotta keep going. Oh, that's a fun first hour. I know we did like 3 puzzles, but that was fun. Oh my god, it's fucking PC Badger! No! No! Not the Blue Badger! Whatever the fuck his name was. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, we got the fucking Blue Badger. No!
Is somebody there? Oh, it's probably nothing, but...
Go, Yuri Lowenthal. Ooh. Okay, so this has got to be...
What are you doing?
This has got to be the start of... Oh, shit. This is the start of a court case, isn't it? It's the fucking Blue Badger, you motherfucker! Oh, and Ispella's there. Prologue. The English Turnabout. Hey, we get a court case! Hey! Let's go. Oh, I'm feeling queasy. Come on, Nick. It's just like I said. Oh, my, what do you mean? You're such a worry, Ward. I knew you'd get all jittery before the trial. It's not like that. It's just... I didn't expect to have to stand in a foreign court. Yeah, we don't know much about the court system here. The Legal League of Attorneys would like this to be an exemplary case, too. So that make you an exemplary attorney. I hope you don't infect any British lawyers with your nervous attitude. You're making it sound like I'm a virus or something. My name is Phoenix Wright. I'm a defense attorney. And this is Maya Fey, my, assistant of sorts. Of sorts? I guess I should explain why she's dressed up like that. But it's a long story and we don't have the time. We've... I should explain... I should explain why she's dressed in this weird attire, but we don't have the time for it, so move on. Not even a summation of it, just, it's a long story and we don't have time. Bye! We've come to England on the Legal League of Attorneys Exchange. I'm acting as a representative of the American Legal League. You know, they probably sent you because you don't even ever seem to be busy. Thanks, Maya. We weren't supposed to stand in court, so we thought it'd be like a vacation. But here we are. As usual, we've been dragged into a strange case. Hey, Nick, so what do you suppose this trial's all about? What if it was this? Look, check out today's newspaper. Extra, extra, read all about it. Elusive jewel thieves at large in London. Scotland Yard on red alert. Wouldn't that be cool? Maya, don't get your hopes up. We're here on an exchange. It should be a simple textbook trial. Really? London's a big city. What are the odds of us getting a case like that? Well, that's boring.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
I know that voice.
How do you do?
You?
I am Miss Darklaw, teacher at the Alcote School for Young...
Alcote Darklaw?
Bella, this man is your defense lawyer.
Okay. What? Okay. Interesting. Oh.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh. She's fucking out of it. Yep, those eyes don't look right. That's why they gave Isabella eyes that are so detailed, so they could show you very clearly when something is wrong. Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Pleased to meet you. I'm Phoenix Wright, your attorney. Pleased to meet you. What's with this girl? Can't she hear me? Is this girl the defendant in today's case? That is correct. She's the pupil I'd like you to represent. She's pleading guilty, so there's not much you need to do. Pleading guilty? I suggest you accept the punishment proposed by the prosecution. What? What kind of request is that? Spella, what are you accused of? Have you not received the case materials? No, we haven't, and we weren't told anything. My, forgive me for this oversight. Here, this is the case file.
Attorney, defendant, the courtroom hearing will begin now. Please proceed to the courtroom.
Well then, I entrust Spella to you. That's... Wait, what? No way! I didn't even have the time to look through the case file! Spella, please be a good girl and don't cause any trouble. Okay. Oh, we got a dolly zoom. Did she just mumble something?
I'm not a witch.
Spella? What did you just say?
Chop chop, defense! Let's not keep everyone waiting.
Alright.
Now what do I want to do for a British for a judge? I mean, I suppose I could just make it something like this, where it's a little bit more appropriate for the thing.
Oh, we got the prosecution as well. And so, another trial begins. And as always, I've got no idea what's going to happen.
All right, let's do it, Nick.
Alright, a little bit more energy from you. Let's do it, Nick! A little bit more energy. It just sounds like you're reading the line.
Oh, yes, I think that... Yes, let's go with this.
The court is now...
Oh, God, you've gone and made him like this. I'm never going to make him like this. No, he's going to have this voice, I think. It'll be very similar to the other judge, just not quite as rough. But it'll be somewhere in this region, yes.
The prosecution is ready.
Okay, yes, let's see, how can we do... Oh, his name is Flinch. Wince and Flinch, that's good.
How
about the defense? Are you ready?
Yes. Well, I guess you could call it ready, Your Honor.
I hear it's your first appearance in a British court.
Yes. Oh, well.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Alright.
The Legal League of Attorneys Exchange, was it? Sounds like fun. Hope you're enjoying the sights. You can take it easy today.
Okay.
Don't worry. Prosecutor Flinch
Oh!
will take care
Prosecutor
of everything.
Flinch will take care of everything.
He's treating us like amateurs, Nick.
Oh boy, this looks bad.
I like hearing his voice.
Really defend this girl?
I don't mind Phoenix's inner voice being very dry and everything, but I really want some more energy in the voice.
Ah, I see. Well, since this is your first case here, I will ask you a few simple questions to make sure we're all on the same page.
Oh, yes, that's fine by me. Oh, dang it. Time to sink or swim.
Answer my questions then, Mr. Wright. What is the name of the defendant?
That would be Spella. That would be Spella Cantabella, Your Honor.
That is correct.
I like how he's got the U in honor as well. That's the first hurdle. I see you're terribly proud of yourself for answering that basic question.
Let's move on to the next question. What is the nature of the events?
What crime is Isabella accused of? You know, Isabella seems like such a timid girl. You think it's like something minor, like shoplifting? Maybe. I wouldn't call it minor, though. It can't be anything major, like that large-scale jewel thief.
Please answer the question. Can you name the 2 offenses?
Did you say 2? Nick, think! What other petty offense could it be? I don't know. I'm clueless about this case. We weren't told anything about it at all. My. Could it be that our esteemed visitor left his common sense back home? All the evidence is in the court record. You haven't forgotten that, have you? Ah, that's it, the court record. Right, that's what you always refer to, the court record. Touch the court record icon to view it any time. Yeah, it just slipped my mind. Must be the nerves. Alright, well, let's check it now. Come on, check it now. Court record holds all the evidence for this case. I'd better take a look. Alright. Theft and assault. Note, inflicted light injuries. Medical report, light injury, laceration to the back of the head, hit with a long, blunt object. Okay.
Right, defense, you've had enough time to ponder my question. What is Miss Cantabella accused of?
Theft and assault. Well, according to the case outline, it was theft and assault. Indeed! What disgusting crimes!
Is that correct, defendant?
Yes. No kidding. She doesn't look like a violent girl. At least not to me. Is there any way I can speed up the tech? Ah! They're here now! That's so awesome! Can I speed up the... Oh, I wish I could speed up the tech. Credibility! Oh, sorry. That's so fun. Do you guys see the mysteries as well? No, you don't. Ah, that would have been funny. That would have been great. That's very fun. Items, you guys have still got those 2 things. That's very fun. I like that. No kidding. She doesn't look like a violent girl. At least not to me.
Now that that's settled, Prosecutor Flinch, please briefly outline the case for the court.
Yes, Your Honor. The incident took place on a small freighter moored at a harbour on the River Thames. The freighter was carrying goods away from London. The defendant illegally boarded the ship and tried to steal some of its cargo. But she was discovered by a crew member and captured by the ship's security guard.
So she was caught red-handed, huh?
And she violently resisted when found by the crew member?
Violently resisted?
Indeed, she picked up a steel pipe and hit the crew member on the head.
Sounds pretty vicious. So that's the assault she's accused of.
And what did the defendant attempt to steal from the freighter?
A stuffed toy, Your Honor. It's the Metropolitan Police mascot, PC No way! No!
Fuck! It's PC Badger now! Because it was the Blue Badger in the States, they did have to change it to PC Badger.
Oh, Nick! I want one.
I see that mascot made a career for itself in England. Who would have thought?
I think we all have a clear picture of the incident now. The prosecution may begin.
The prosecution calls its first witness. Please bring him in.
There's something fishy about this case. And there's something even fishier about my client. There isn't an ounce of expression on her face. I better keep my eyes wide open. Oh, that Phoenix intuition, baby! Okay.
Witness, state your name and profession.
And profession. I love the rolling of the R's on every P. That's great.
A ship is always at risk at every hour, minute, and second. That's where I come in.
Oh, please tell me that is
I am
Yuri
a
Lowenthal.
peacekeeper, the one and only guardian to an otherwise defenseless ship.
What in the fuck?
The name Smiles. Johnny Smiles. Security guard supreme.
Hang on. Behind the voice actor, Johnny Smiles. Johnny Smiles. I've got to see if that's there. Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. I've got to see if that's actually there. All right, and then look for Smiles. Oh, hang on, so I don't accidentally read any names. Okay. The name doesn't show up. Damn it, it doesn't show up. That's annoying. Right. I think that is Yuri Lowenthal, though.
Yes. Well, according to the police report, the witness was patrolling the freighter on the night of the crime.
Yeah, I was patrolling the freighter, and my expertly trained eyes leave nothing unseen. I'll go blind if he keeps smiling like that. Very well, Mr. Smiles. We would like to hear your testimony. Describe what happened during your night patrol. Yes, sir. Johnny Smiles will reveal all. He puts the fucking sunglasses back on. Patrolling on the night of the crime. That night, I went on patrol as usual. ZZZO. My keen ears latched onto some suspicious noise coming from the cargo hold. I sprinted at full speed to the cargo hold, but I was too late to stop the blow. The next moment, I captured the criminal, expertly. Within seconds, I had established there was nothing out of order at the crime scene. Okay, well, we've got statements. We've got two statements that we can really look to try and press on there. Is that so? The woman you arrested was... It was the defendant, Isabella Cantabella, sir.
And as per standard patrolling procedures, all lights were on and you saw her clearly. Is that correct, Mr. Smiles?
Yes, sir. I am an expert after all. Huh? Is it just me, or did he hesitate before saying that? The defense may cross-examine the witness. Yes, sir. I'm starting to talk like him now.
Let us see how your skills are from our visiting Let us see how skilled our visiting barrister is.
Yes. By the way, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Our cross-examination procedure should be the same as anywhere else. But just in case, would you like to have it explained to you? A cross-examination procedure? Should I ask for an explanation? Sure, go ahead. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to refresh my memory.
Nick, what are you thinking? That prosecutor's already patronizing us. Just imagine what it'll be like if you ask. But it's my first time in a British court. I'm kind of nervous.
My mind's just gone completely blank. Nick. Anyway, what you do is listen to the guard's testimony really carefully. Then, oh my god, I love that. I love that. They switch it around to where you do get the explanation, but it's not from him. It's from Maya instead. Bravo. Bravo. Hats off to you on that. Then if something's suspicious, you press the witness and see what happens. Press, huh? Yeah, it does sound just like what I've always been doing. Got it, Maya. I'll do my best. Okay, let's do it, Nick. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. All right. Simple cross-examination. All right. That night, I went on patrol as usual. ZZZ0. All right. What? ZZZ0? Ah, that's right. It's not something you'd know, not being a security professional. That's our special jargon. It's how we talk about the time in our trade. Oh, let me get this straight. Mr. Professional, you're using letters to tell the time? See, ZZ0 stands for 2220, which is 10:20 p.m. Right, so 10:20 p.m. That's very accurate. How can you be so sure about the time? Well, that's when the TV show I always watch in the security room ends. TV show? I'm meant to do the rounds at 10 p.m., but for a pro like me, it's just a guideline. That doesn't sound very professional. Anyway, I was patrolling the ship, like I do every night. Your Honor, may I? What is it, Prosecutor Flinch? I would like to get the event straight while referring to this crime scene photo. The defendant and the crew member were fighting in the back of the cargo hold, is that correct? Yes, sir. They were fighting right under that emergency light. Some items are spilling out of the broken crate. Indeed, that crate was broken by the defendant with a steel pipe. Incidentally, the items we can see spilling out are stuffed toys depicting London's own police mascot, PC Badger. I see. The crime scene photo shall be added to the court record. All right. The witness may continue his testimony. My keen ears latched onto some suspicious noise coming from the cargo hold. Let's have a listen to it then. And when you heard these noises, you immediately found them suspicious? Ha! That's right. An expert of my caliber can always tell when a noise is suspicious. When my smiley sense starts tingling, it means there's a crime taking place. My smiley sense. So, can you tell us more about the noises you heard? It was... That's right, the sound of two women fighting. Naturally, I sprang into action. And I arrived at the crime scene in the blink of an eye. In other words... You went straight to the cargo hold because you heard strange noises, is that correct? Yes, that's about it. I'm back to where I started. Great. But you did clarify the details, that's important. I sprinted at full speed to the cargo hold, but I was too late to stop the blow.
Hold it!
The blow?
The defendant, Miss Cantabella, hit the crew member with a steel pipe, didn't she?
Yes, that's all right. As I opened the door to the cargo hold, the defendant struck the victim's head. Had I arrived a second earlier, I would have gladly stopped the blow with my own head. I don't think a second would have made much of a difference. Don't take this expert too seriously, Maya.
The witness saw the defendant deal the blow, is that correct?
Yes, sir. I expertly witnessed the crime with my very own sparkling eyes. Is that so? I see. Okay. I captured the criminal expertly. And you claim the assailant was the defendant, Miss Cantabella? Precisely. Naturally, she abandoned all hope, seeing a security pro like myself join the scene. She dropped that steel pipe she was holding to the floor with a clang. I see. That's what a guilty person would do in that situation. What the fuck are you on about?
Exactly, Your Honor. There is no need to continue this cross-examination.
Phoenix, raise a fucking objection to that! Anyone holding an object could be startled when someone bursts into the room. That is not uncommon. To claim that they are guilty because of their actions is downright a perversion of justice. And your impartiality, Your Honor. Within seconds I had established there was nothing out of the order at the crime scene. Oh my god, I can use hint coins here. Are you sure you didn't notice anything unusual about the cargo hold? Not a thing. Well, aside from the defendant swinging that pipe around. Could someone else have been hiding in that room?
Objection!
The security guard patrolling the freighter is responsible for checking every corner. He would have spotted an intruder right away. Isn't that so, witness?
Yes! I carry my trusty pocket torch for precisely such a task. I'd have noticed anything suspicious in an instant. What is it, Maya? I was just looking at the evidence in the court record, and I get the feeling there's something funny about this testimony. You're saying that there's a contradiction? Hell yeah, okay. So that's all he has to say, huh? Well, Nick, what do you think? Well, we managed to get our hands on some new evidence, but pressing alone can only get us so far. Yeah. That means, isn't it time to present evidence to the court? Present evidence. Compare with what the witness is saying with the evidence in the court record. Sometimes they won't match up, and that means they're not telling the whole truth. Right. Thanks, Maya. Oh, come on. You're making it look as if I'm the attorney here. Touch the court record icon, compare the evidence to the testimony. Present it at the right time. Okay, then, let's try that. Miss Bella may be saying she's guilty, but that doesn't mean this witness is telling us the whole story. I need to uncover the truth by myself. Alright then. So, I'm pretty sure... Let's have a look at the, this thing. Let's have a look at the details on this. Alright, what am I looking at here that could be of interest? Also, can I... Oh my god, I can zoom in. That's very fun. Right, and then it disappears. I mean, we've got an open container here. Is that of importance? There's like, especially... this especially is of importance. This cloak is over both sides of it. But would that not just mean that it had already been opened? Yeah, but nothing else in here is opened. This one was a crate that got broken open. So the fact that this one is open is probably of importance here. Okay. Let's move along. Move along. Next moment I captured them expertly. Within seconds I had established there was nothing out of the order. Okay, well, let's go ahead and present this.
Objection!
Hey, our first objection! You're saying there was nothing out of order in the cargo hold? Well, that's a bit funny. Huh? The point is, one of the crates in the cargo hold appears to have been tampered with.
Objection!
That! The defendant must have smashed it. With the pipe. Nothing odd about it.
Please take a look at the crime scene photo. There's this broken crate where the fight took place, but also... there's another crate here that seems kind of strange, don't you think? This crate, sitting quite a distance away from where the fight took place, appears to have been forced open. The only game the Phoenix Wright have not played yet, and then Capcom put this game on PS5. I wish they would, Mr. Arrow. It is a pleasure to see you here. You hope you find us well. You join us for the English turnabout. A very fun case so far. A lot of fun stuff here. It's good to see you here. Is this our first... I think this is our first Phoenix Wright game we've done a YouTube stream for as well. That's going to be very fun then. You testified that you established there was nothing out of order at the crime scene. So how come you didn't notice something so obvious? Let's go! Order! Order! That's certainly a serious oversight, particularly for someone claiming to be an expert.
Whether the witness is an expert or not bears no relevance to this case. What matters is that he saw the defendant hit the victim with a steel pipe.
I heard this game was good, but it gets complicated with some story stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because if you've ever played a Professor Layton game, those motherfuckers get complicated as shit with their reasonings and logic for stuff. But I'm interested to see how this game handles it. What you just said, I'm afraid I can't let you can't let that slide.
Excuse me?
I am an expert guard, focused, thorough, precise, a true professional. Ha! To prove it, I will testify once more. You're all dying to know why I ignored that one crate, huh?
What?
Very well, the witness shall continue his testimony.
What excuse do you think he'll come up with, Nick?
Who knows? I've got a bad feeling about this, though. What did he actually see? Alright, Johnny smiles. It's only natural that I missed the other crate. The lights in the cargo hold weren't on. I could throw out your entire testimony with that, you dipshit! But of course I had this. A guard's best friend is his trusty pocket torch. The emergency light was on, mind, so it wasn't so dark I couldn't see. I saw that girl stand right in front of the crew member as she attacked. And there was no one else in that room. You have Johnny's word for it. You dipshit.
Wait a moment. The security company claims that the lights were on during the patrol.
Yes, that's the official procedure, you see. But those light controls can be such a pain in the, Wait, no, that's not it. I mean... The truth is, an expert like me doesn't need those lights to do his work. Not when I've got this. The focused beam of my trusty torch cuts through darkness like a laser. The witness will refrain from pointing the torch in this direction. Justice may be blind, but I'd rather not be. Oops. Sorry, Your Honor. This trusty torch shall be added to the court record as evidence. Now, what the fuck? What is this? You're going to play the great Ace Attorney games. We may very well do so. Those are on our list. We've got this game, the 3 Apollo Justice Trilogy games to play, and then the 2 great Ace Attorney games. We've also got 3 more Professor Layton games. And a reminder for anyone who's joining in who did not see us earlier talk about it, fuck you, Level 5, you absolute pathetic cunts for using generative AI for Professor Layton and the world of Steam. No, we will not be playing your game. You do not deserve our time, effort, or monetary support. Fuck you, and fuck generative AI. There we go. What is it, Your Honor? This pocket torch is covered in something sticky. Ah. It seems my sweet little buddy's been up to some mischief. Sweet little buddy? Do you mean your chocolate? Johnny left sticky fingerprints all over his flashlight. Ugh, don't look at me. I'm not touching it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. The only thing I have with this game is the fucking speed at which the text comes across is a bit too slow. what I saw at the crime scene. It's only natural that I missed the other crate. The lights in the cargo hold weren't on. Okay, don't tell me that. According to the rules, the lights have to be on. Is that right? Don't spread the news, but between you and me, I'm not very good with the light controls on that ship. Even a security expert like me has their flaws, you know. Play the greatest edit before the electricities. The greatest, we'll see how it goes on that. If we may ask the question, why? As long as it's not like narratively or anything like that, is there just some reason you should play it beforehand? Like, I know it's like a precursor to the other games and things, but I just want to know. Or is it a case of it's like, it's worse than those, so you don't want to, don't end the series on a downer? So he just neglected his duty. I could throw his entire testimony out from this, but let's see where this goes.
Didn't you say before that you're focused, thorough, and precise, a true professional?
Yes, that's true, of course. Always focused, thorough, and precise, except when I'm cutting the odd corner. I aim to be a well-balanced professional, you know?
Yes.
Even Flinch looks unsure of how to handle this guy. Alright, but of course I had this. The guard's best friend is his trusty pocket torch.
Hold it!
Okay. A guard's best friend? You mean that flashlight? Flashlight? It's a pocket torch. Ever watch crime dramas? Torchlit night patrols and all that? I've always thought it looked so cool. In fact, that's why I became a security guard.
Really?
That's a unique reason. By the way, about that chocolate smudge, with the chocolate smudges on the flashlight, torch. A well-prepared guard has a torch in his right hand and a chocolate bar in his left. It's like an emergency ration. I'm so hot on security details that it tends to melt. So the flashlight is covered in fingerprints from his sticky right hand. The emergency light was on mine, so it wasn't so dark I couldn't see.
Hold it!
Yeah. An emergency light, right?
The defendant and the crew member fought under that emergency light.
Ah, yes, there it is, in the back of the room. Yes, sir. The cargo hold was faintly lit up by that little red light there. But the regular lights are on in this picture. Well, yeah, I switched them on before the police came.
What?
I didn't want to risk my bright career over my slightly different take on the rules. After all, I am an expert in all. It's all in the details. You're an expert, all right. An expert in bending the rules. I saw that girl stand right in front of the crew member as she attacked. And there was no one else in the room. You have Johnny's word for it. All right, right as she attacked, before I forget about that. And you saw that clearly. Well, the thing is, the Apollo Justice games are not super amazing, but they get really dumb with some of the cases. Like the third game. Plays both of them. Fair enough. I mean, we'll see how we do with it and things. It really depends. We haven't got that far ahead into the future thinking with streams and stuff. But we'll take your recommendation into consideration. Yes, I got there, opened the door, and then BAM! That's when it happened. I felt it in my shades. They spoke to me. Johnny, you're looking at a crime here. What? Wait a second. You were wearing sunglasses? Yeah, what's a security guard without a pair of shades? These babies are a part of me. But witness, you were patrolling the freighter with sunglasses on? Of course I was. Whatever I do it with style. It's a bit of vanity. Is a bit of vanity a crime? Don't you wear your specs for the same reason?
Vanity? I wear them because I'm short-sighted, I'll have you know.
You got that right, Flinch. So Johnny had sunglasses on in a dimly lit room at night with a flashlight, a torch to work with. Do you think he actually managed to see anything? Nick, check the court record. There might be a contradiction in Johnny's testimony. Yeah, good idea. So there might be a contradiction, huh? Witness, continue your testimony. There's no one else in that room. Oh, I saw that girl stand right in front of the crew member as she attacked. Crime scene. Light injury to the back of her head.
Objection!
You're sure the defendant was standing right in front of the crew member? Absolutely. They were facing each other the entire time. Well, that's weird, because it clearly contradicts this evidence. What? What do you mean? According to the victim's medical report, the blow was dealt to the back of the head. The back of the head? Do you understand now? If they were facing each other, there's no way the victim could have been hit from behind. Yes, sir! Ah, give me the music. Witness, can you offer an explanation for this contradiction? Yes, explain yourself. This is the first I'm hearing of this. By the way, let me know on the volume on things, everyone. I've turned it down slightly, but I can always turn it back up, because it seems to be a little bit quieter now. If I... options. If I pop you about there. Look at the investigations games. Oh my god, the investigations game as well. It is good. We do know that those exist as well. I don't know whether or not we do the English fan translation of the of them and things. We'll see. We'll see. Those all involve lots of money and things, and money is a thing that doesn't exist for us. So, no, we can only do so much. Yes, sir. It's strange, isn't it? I'm totally sure they were fighting face to face. I threw it on this molten bar of chocolate. It doesn't look like he's lying, but then... Hey, Nick, look at me a sec. What are you doing, Maya? Ow! Just checking if I could hit the back of your head while you were facing me. Doesn't seem doable, especially for someone as vertically challenged as me. How about you keep your dangerous little experiments inside that head of yours, Maya? Kinda like living, thanks. Well, at least we've learned a couple of important things. Firstly, that this witness is unreliable, and second, that the prosecution didn't investigate this case properly either. If my gut feeling is right, there's much more to this case than meets the eye. Now's my chance. What should I do? Plead not guilty! I like how you could use a hint for that. They did release both of those games as collections. You don't have to buy it from the fan translation. To buy the fan translation. Oh, no. I know you don't have to buy a fan translation. The fan translation you wouldn't buy. I know that. It's the fact that if we didn't play the fan translation, we would have to buy the collection. You had it backwards, Mr. Arrow. Your Honor, the defense asserts once more that the defendant, Espella Cantabella, is innocent. What? This is foolishness. Because it's one of the things that we do is when it comes to like games and emulation and stuff, we are of the opinion that if it is readily available and reasonably well sourced for the reasonably and ethically sourced to be able to do so, purchasing a game for streams and stuff like that is something that we should do. It's an obligation to do so to continue the how do I want to word this properly? To continue the support of game developers and game devs. However, shit like the 3DS, where there is no other way to get the 3DS games, We don't have that option to do so. Nintendo DS games, we don't have the option to do so. PS1, 2 games like that, even PS3 games at this point, we don't have the option to do so. Later, like, it's the reason why when we did the Ace Attorney trilogy, we didn't do it on the DS or the Game Boy Advanced. We did it on the newer trilogy and things. We would like to support as often as possible. It's why we will not be playing the Professor Layton and the whatever the fuck it is, World of Steam or whatever it is, because we don't want to support that. And I'm not of the opinion that pirating the modern shit is a correct idea. I don't think that's good. So the investigation stuff, where there is the updated version and things, it's like, okay, there is a readily available version, but I don't have the funds to be able to do so yet. There is obviously the fan translation from the DS games that exists, but it kind of feels like that's one of those iffy ones. That's why we're really pissed off about the fact that Nintendo are just like, we put Fire Red and Leaf Green on the Nintendo Switch. It's like, you cunts, fuck off. I'm not paying 20 quid for that. You absolute dick splash. It's very awkward. And the only reason they did that is to counter the very argument and principle we work on. So it's like, okay, great, it exists there. I'm just not going to play it because that's too fucking expensive, because you cunts are like 20 quid for that is ridiculous. But anyway. Waltzing in here, with your ridiculous assumptions. Balderdash, I say. That's not how it was supposed to be. What did he just say? Not how it was supposed to be? That's why I love the Pokemon anime more than the games. Fair. In light of this new development, the court's opinion is that the defendant is in no way cleared of suspicion. However, the witness's testimony has been proven unreliable. That's more like it. Looks like I'm starting to win over the judge. Objection! Don't forget that the defendant admits all of the charges. Surely her guilt is beyond doubt. Objection! The defendant is just a schoolgirl. You can't go on her confession alone. So far, we have established only one thing. That Mr. Smiles is neither an expert nor even a reliable witness. Hold it. In my long 6-month career as a security guard. In my long 6-month career as a security guard, never have my professionalisms and expertise been questioned. Isn't 6 months barely past the probation period? You're saying Goldilocks there is innocent? In other words, that she didn't assault anyone? And that she didn't steal this toy? Is that so, Mr. Lawyer? Yes, at least we have yet to see any proof that she tried to steal it. I've got you there. Huh? What? You got me how? I have. A decisive piece of evidence. Ha! The proof that that girl was trying to kidnap PC Badger. What? You do? Even Flinch is shocked. When I seized the girl at the crime scene, she was clasping this in her hand. She didn't even seem to notice. And what would that be? It would appear to be PC Badger's tag, Your Honor. Now that you mention it, this mascot does have some sort of ill-fitting tag attached. What's this engraved on the tag? Is that an address? Oh, do you mean there's an address written on there? It would appear to be Scotland Yard's, and their telephone number, 999. It is Scotland Yard's mascot, after all. This tag, it's been ripped from one of the PC Badger toys? Yes, sir. The suspect was caught in the act of nicking this very toy. The tag was ripped off during the fight. What? Then this tag is... What we have here is the decisive evidence that she was trying to steal the cargo. No way! I wasn't expecting evidence like that.
Witness, I was never informed of such evidence. If you had this in your possession, why didn't you hand it in to the police?
Sorry, Mr. Prosecutor. I am an expert at what I do. And my expert advice told to myself was that I better keep this as my secret weapon. So I waited for the right moment to single-handedly settle this trial. Looks like Flinch and I are in the same boat here. And we're in the same boat in uncharted waters now. This tag is vital evidence. It will be added to the court record. Why? That's inadmissible! Come on! Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
Defense? Mr. Wright, was it?
Yes, Prosecutor Flinch.
Your appearance in this court was a very hastily decided affair.
That's true. That call from the Attorneys Association did come out of nowhere.
Perhaps in all the confusion, the request from your client escaped your attention? Were you not instructed to accept the sentence proposed by the prosecution?
Come to think of it, Miss Darklaw did say something about that before the trial. I think that this game is just a standalone game of the Phoenix Wright games because they don't really talk about it. Yeah, it's not technically canon. I'd fucking call it canon, though. She's pleading guilty, so there's not much you need to do. I suggest you accept the punishment proposed by the prosecution.
That's what you were asked to do. You have convinced us all of your skills, so your good name will not suffer. Why not simply admit the defense is guilty and call it a day,
What do you say to that, Mr. Wright? Depending on your stance on this matter, the court may now pass the verdict.
My stance? That's something I don't need to think twice about. End the trial, continue the trial. End the trial, continue the trial. Obviously, we're going into the trial. I kind of want to see what happens if I end the trial, but no. We'll continue the trial. The defense requests that the trial continue.
What?
The defense stands by its assertion that Ispella Cantabella is not guilty.
Very well, Mr. Wright. If that's your desire, then I, too, have a request to make. Your Honor.
Yes, Prosecutor Flinch.
The prosecution calls its second witness.
What? A second witness? We can't have a second witness. This is the tutorial trial. You don't do second witnesses on those. Fuck! Hey, wait a second. What about me? Come on, guys. Don't forget about Johnny. Let me start over from the top. No detail omitted.
Get the fuck out of my sight. I suggest you leave the witness stand and go back to witnessing your crimes on television.
Yes. Yes, sir.
I believe a break is in order. The court will now adjourn for a 15-minute break. Mr. Flinch, prepare your witness. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
The defense has no objections. Looks like Flinch finally got serious about this case. And that means the real game starts now. Ah, hell yeah. Alright. Now I'm with you. I'm with it. To be continued. Wow, we got a to be continued in this. That's kind of nuts. Okay, well, I can work with that. You want to save? Yes, I'd like to save. Let's see what those two look like. Go on. Hey! I like the little sprites. Phew. Glad the first part's over. That witness was quite a character. I bet he'd love to be one in a crime drama. He'd end up making it a comedy, though. I'd hate it if poor Espella was found guilty because of his shaky testimony. But at least now it looks like we might be able to get Espella a not guilty verdict. Yeah, I hope that cheered Espella up a bit. I forgot about Darklaw. She's reading my newspaper. Maybe it's just me, but she doesn't look pleased. Oh, it's you. I appreciate your efforts, Mr. Wright. Thank you. But while I understand your drive to win this case... My drive? This is not the time for your personal ambitions. I told you before, didn't I? That Espella is pleading guilty, and that you should accept the proposed punishment. This incident has already been settled between our school and the police. But, Miss Darklaw, Espella could be innocent! Believe me, it will be in Espella's best interests if you end the trial as soon as possible. The more this trial drags on, the more traumatic it is for the poor girl. I'm sorry. She may be saying that she's guilty, but is she really? In any case, Mr. Wright, we don't want our school being shoved into the limelight because of this case. I mean, here's the thing. Irrespective of whether she assaulted the crew member, she was on board the ship. So we can get her not guilty of assault at best. We cannot get her not guilty of... Wait, no. They weren't saying that. It was theft and assault is what they were blaming, were pinning on her. Yeah, fuck it. We can get her acquitted of those. They didn't bother to go with trespassing. Fuck it. So if you could please refrain from picking at meaningless details such as that toy, get this trial over with quickly. This is your client's wish, Mr. Wright. I understand. I'll do my best. It's a relief to hear that. Let's go, Espella. Yes, Miss Darklaw. Oh, what the heck was that all about? We've been busting our butts in there trying to prove that Espella is innocent, and she expects us to just give up now? Why are you yelling at me, Maya? But when you think about it, Darklaw's acting very strange. Her own pupil's on trial, and she just stands around reading other people's newspapers. Yeah, what's she so busy reading about anyway? There's nothing about Espella in that paper. Was she checking the soccer scores or something? Football scores. You're in Britain and New England. Felix, you'll speak English. You know, that's how the Americans want it to be. You're in America, you speak American. You're in English, you speak English. You're in Spain, you speak Spanish. You're in France, you speak Franchish. You're in Italy, you speak Italy-ish. That's what the Americans do. That you should follow your own example. The break is almost over. We'd better get back. Lynch looked really confident about this new witness. I'm Espella's defense attorney, and I'll stand by her no matter what. Oh, yeah. The court will now reconvene. Prosecution, is your witness ready?
Of course, Your Honor. Bailiff, please bring her in.
I'm assuming it's going to be you are the one who was assaulted, right? Witness, state your name and occupation.
My name is Olivia Raldente.
Oh goodness, it's an Italian accent.
The warm winds of the Mediterranean Sea carry the spicy scent of a seafood stew.
Uh-huh.
A hot Sicilian stew that soothes the hearts of sailors braving the raging waters.
Uh-huh. And what does that have anything to do with any of the things you were mentioned or told to do?
Blessed be the Sicilian cuisine and il nostro mare.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yes, Miss Al Dente is employed as a cook on the freighter where the crime happened.
A cook? That's, very interesting attire you are wearing, Miss Al Dente.
This is my work outfit. It gets very hot in the kitchen, you know.
I apologize, I can barely do accents, I can barely do female voices, now I have to do both.
It will be a pleasant change after that chocolate guard, or chocoholic guard. You got my nose up.
Nice to see the judges remaining impartial. Miss Al Dente discovered the defendant in the cargo hold when she went in for supplies.
She found a speller? That would make her...
the crew member that Johnny saw fighting with his speller. That is right, Mr. Wright. Miss Al Dente was the first person to discover the intruder.
Then she is the victim of the assault, hit with a steel pipe. How cruel.
If I'd only had my precious kitchen knife with me at the time, I'd have shown her my exceptional cutting skills.
Nick, look at that! She's an expert potato peeler. You better watch out around her.
I'll keep that in mind.
Witness, we will now hear your testimony. Describe to us what happened in the cargo hold.
Certamente, gladly.
Alright, what are you gonna tell me? Witness testimony. When I found the girl...
I went to the cargo hold to check the supplies. It was past 10 p.m. And I found that girl hiding and clutching one of them bizarro toys. She made as if to run away, so I tried to stop her. Then she grabbed a pipe. She's short, but she fiercely swung the pipe at me. I tried to dodge, but she hit me on the head. I blacked out for a few minutes.
According to the medical report, you suffered a laceration to your head, correct?
Ah, that is covered by the chef hat, so you can't see it now. But when I chop veggies, it hurts in the rhythm of the strikes. Chop, chop, chop.
That sounds most terrible, Miss Al Dente.
I should have been more careful, but she looked like a little piccola girl.
What is a piccola girl? I'm gonna look that up. What is a piccola? P-I-C-C-O-L-A girl. Piccola girl. Definition. Piccola. Alright. It means little. More or less the equivalent to a baby, sweetheart, honey, and so on. Alright. Piccola. That's what I want. Okay, so she looked like a piccola girl. It was an adjective, means small and neat. Okay. It's a way of addressing someone you love, such as a husband or wife, apparently, as well. So, there we go. But petite, of women particularly. Okay, there we are. Let me just pop that where it is. Okay, cool. Now we've learned some Italian. Olivia is much taller than Espella. Yeah, Espella's about, what, the same size as you? I may be short, but I'm well proportioned, and that's what matters.
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to present the decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt. This is a photograph of the defendant's fingerprints on the steel pipe.
Oh, they're upside down! She was reverse gripping it, and if we've learned anything from YouTube shorts about reverse grip, it's that it's shit, and there's no way you could swing someone's head with that.
As you can see, the fingerprints are very clear. They were left by the assailant. They have already been examined and found to be those of the defendant.
Well, that settles it. This is undoubtedly decisive evidence.
What? The fingerprints on the weapon are Ispella's.
Just to put your inquisitive mind at peace, Mr. Wright, there were no other fingerprints found on the pipe.
This photograph shall be added to evidence.
Hey, wait a minute. If they've got all the evidence, Maya, where did you get the steel pipe from? I just carry it around. What do you mean you carry around a steel pipe? How did you get that through TSA?
Have I not warned you, Mr. Wright? Further examination is but a waste of time.
Heck, what do we do now? This evidence clearly points to Ispella.
We're pleading that Ispella's not guilty. And if she's innocent, then this witness is lying. All we need to do is expose that lie.
I see it already! She's wearing gloves! She's wearing gloves! People who wear gloves don't leave fingerprints!
I've got to think straight and focus on finding that truth.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Alright. But I found the girl.
Time is past 10 o'clock. Yep. You had to check the supplies at that late hour? It must be tough being a cook.
Know the saying, a thirsty sailor will drink the old Mediterranean Sea? That's why I always need to make sure we're properly stocked up, sweetie.
Is she making those sayings up? Also, can I just... There are profiles. Hey, we got the profiles then. Ms. Darklaw, Johnny Smile, expert. Oh, we don't get to see, like, ages and things like that. That's a shame. Is she making those sayings up?
The incident occurred at 10:20 p.m. when Smiles was doing the rounds.
I see. Understood. And what happened in the cargo hold?
I found that girl hiding and clutching at one of them bizarro toys.
Hold it!
And this bizarre toy she was holding was none other than...
PC Badger, was it? The girl held it in a tight grip like a sea hawk holds its prey.
Are you certain it was the defendant?
It was kinda dark in that room, but I swear on Neptune it was her. The witness was engaged in a face-to-face fight with the defendant.
Even if the room was poorly lit, there is no doubt you would recognize her assailant.
Spella was holding PC Badger. Did she intend to steal it?
What did the witness do upon discovering the intruder?
She made as if to run away, so I tried to stop her. Then she grabbed a pipe.
Hold it!
Uh-huh. The defendant tried to escape.
She had nowhere to run, though, because she was at the far end of the room. I'm really good at catching chickens that try to run from the knife, so I caught her rapidamente. And when you caught her, things took a violent turn.
Objection, Your Honor, leading question.
Yeah, she was so small, you know, you wouldn't think she had it in her. There was a steel pipe propped up against the wall right next to her.
Was it the pipe from this picture?
Yeah.
Yeah? I don't know.
Is it C? It's got to be C. C. She picked it up and held it in her both hands, and then She's short, but she fiercely swung the pipe at me. I tried to dodge.
I want to check on this, because I'm pretty sure it's the fact that she's holding it reverse grip. You're sure it was the defendant that swung the pipe at you?
We know it was the defendant because her fingerprints were found on the weapon. As you can see, she held the pipe with both hands, just as the witness has stated.
I suppose fingerprints. That's some hard evidence. But then again, what is it, Nick? There's something about those fingerprints. Oh, sounds like you're onto something, Nick. Don't get too excited. It's just a hunch. These fingerprints, they don't look quite right to me for some reason. Isabella swung this pipe while holding it in both hands.
In any case, pray tell what happened after the defendant took a swing at you.
Yeah, I think it's the fact that she couldn't swing it that way. Alright, present the new evidence.
Objection!
Yeah, there we go. You're claiming that the defendant swung the pipe at you. Well, that's impossible.
Why do you say that, sweetie?
The defendant's fingerprints were found on the pipe. However, there is a contradiction here.
A contradiction? Impossible!
That is most interesting. Well then, the defense shall explain.
Alright. What in the photo of the fingerprints is contradicting to the testimony? The existence, the position of the fingerprints. The position of the fingerprints. It's the position of the fingerprints, Your Honor.
Oh? The position?
Yeah. According to the witness's testimony, the defendant held the pipe like this. In order to hit the witness on the head, she raised the pipe like so.
That is precisely what she did.
And then she struck from above. But here's the problem. Think about the fingerprints that she would have left had she done just that.
What are you getting at, Mr. Wright?
Look closely at the way I'm holding the pipe. In this situation, the fingerprints would look like this. The thumb is above the other fingers.
Indeed, there is no doubt about it.
Now, take a look at the fingerprints that were actually left on the pipe.
Goodness, the thumb, it's below the other fingers.
What?
That's right. Miss Al Dente.
What? What is it?
Had the defendant attacked you as you had described, the fingerprints would have been the other way around, which means something's not right with your testimony. Alright.
Bam. Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? These fingerprints were submitted as decisive evidence. How come this contradiction was not brought to light before?
No!
Miss Al Dente, what do you have to say about this? Okay. That's an interesting way that you're throwing the shrimp. How just look at the shrimp. For some reason, the shrimp goes up, and then as soon as it reaches the top, it's like it's got to spin. It just randomly starts spinning. Like, yeah, that doesn't work. It needs to be spinning from the bottom. Excuse me, Miss Al Dente?
Know how to bring out the full sweetness of a sweet potato?
You add salt, don't you? Because it reduces the moisture, which means it concentrates the flavor.
Huh? You use a pinch of salt. Interesting, right? You use salt to make something taste sweeter.
I'm not following.
I remember it now. It was the other way around. Not as you'd expect it. Huh? I'm sorry, I got a bit confused. You'd normally hold a pipe like that. But she's so small and the pipe is heavy, she held it the other way.
The other way?
Not like this. She held it in this way.
How the fuck did she hit the back of your head like that then?
Objection!
But you testified that she fiercely swung the pipe at you.
I'm telling you, I got confused. Olivia's sorry, okay? I had a concussion.
How could you mistake the way she held the pipe if she was right in front of you?
Oh, why don't you go fry an egg? What does it matter if she held it one way or the other? You wouldn't call a slightly salty sweet potato a salty potato, because it's still a sweet potato no matter what you add to it. The witness probably has a point, doesn't she, Mr.
Finch? You had no idea what the fuck she just said, did you? So, the defendant attacked the witness, holding the pipe backhanded. It seems a bit unnatural, but it does make sense, I suppose.
Indeed it does, Your Honor. There is no problem with this evidence after all.
Does the defense agree? No!
If I agree that there are no problems with this evidence, I'll be one step away from losing this case. There's gotta be a contradiction somewhere in that fishy testimony. Could a speller have hit Olivia holding the pipe backhanded? Stay put and see how it goes.
I mean, so my thought is immediately that you prove there's a contradiction because she's shorter than you and it's backhanded.
Objection!
Yeah. Well, Miss Al Dente, I'm afraid that you're in a pickle now.
I don't really see why.
Adding a pack of lies to a testimony can turn things very sour for a witness. It would seem the defense is prepared to prove its claim. Is there that there is a contradiction with this witness's testimony? Correct, Your Honor. I won't know until I try. The defense shall now present evidence to this court. The evidence contradicting the assertion that the defendant hit the witness holding the backhand of the pipe is the injury. It was to the back of the head. There's no way you could hit someone to the back of the head with that, right? Surely.
Take that!
Yeah, there it is. Miss Al Dente, you previously testified that you were using that hat to cover the wound you received in the assault.
It is normal for senoritas to cover up things they don't want others to see.
I've never seen senoritas written out like that. That's not all. You also described the defendant as little, if you recall. That is to say, Miss Cantabella is, at the very least, shorter than you.
I've grown tall and healthy thanks to the wonderful Mediterranean sunshine.
Let me ask you then. How did a girl shorter than you, holding a heavy pipe, backhanded, manage to land a blow to the back of your head? I'd say it's impossible. Yeah. I would too. Because she'd have to be, because she'd have to be holding, if they're facing each other, like, court record, I gotta look at this. So, we are saying she's holding it here. We'll say that it's got a slight lean to the right. Means that if they're facing each other, she would have to hold it backhanded and then swing around and yeah, there's just, like, there's no way to swing backhanded and hit, like, that high. Come on, that don't make any sense. Especially at the, on the position that it is. Like, you could maybe do it if you swung one-handed with it, but not with two. The fingerprints on the weapon show that the defendant held it backhanded. But even if she didn't,
It's highly unlikely she would be able to hit Miss Al Dente's head like that. Maya, go stand over there and try and hit her on the back of the head like you did with me, Order. Order! I will have order! What is the defense getting at here?
Even if the witness was highly unlikely, it cannot be proven that it was impossible. Miss Cantabella's fingerprints were found on that pipe, Your Honor. Nothing can change the fact that it was the defendant who held the weapon.
Wait. That is so. Does the defense have any comments? Yes, I do. I can't deny that. It's clear that Isabella held the pipe. So she held it like this, right? Why would she do that? It'd be hard to hit anyone like this. There we go! Good luck! Good job, Maya! When she holds it like that, it looks as if... The court recognizes the validity of the prosecution's objection. Fingerprints on the weapon prove that it was used by the defendant.
Objection!
The defendant's fingerprints may be on the pipe, however... that doesn't prove she hit anyone with it.
Objection!
Nonsense! What else would she pick up the steel pipe for?
Objection!
Oh, I think I've got a pretty good idea. Well then, the defense may elaborate on its idea. What I say next will turn this trial around. The defendant's fingerprints were left on the weapon when she... well, naturally, she held the pipe with both hands when she stopped it from coming down on her head. Stopped it?
With both hands? That's right, like this!
Please, take another look at this photo. These are not the fingerprints of an assailant, but rather the fingerprints of a victim who was defending herself. Which brings us to the conclusion that Miss Cantabella didn't attack the witness. She was in fact a victim, desperately trying to defend herself.
This cannot be!
And if Miss Cantabella was a victim, who was the real assailant? There's only one person who could have done it. The only other person at the crime scene was Olivia Al Dente. It was you, wasn't it? You hit yourself on the back of the head. Order! 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 If I cannot have order, the court will be adjourned.
Be quiet, all of you!
No, not the... I'm so... Just, hang on. I've got it. I just love that sound effect. It's just such a fucking stupid thing. Oh, it's great. Right. Oh, it is playing in the background. That's kind of fun. I just want to double check on that. Anyway.
You just don't quit, do you?
Hey! Please stop chopping.
A lousy lawyer like you should get it chopped. How about I show you my knife up close? Have you lost your mind, Mr. Wright? The witness is the victim, not the assailant. There are no fingerprints other than the defendant's on the weapon.
Objection!
Look at the witness's outfit, if you would. She's wearing gloves. That's why she left no fingerprints.
Ah, you prickly little sea urchin.
Objection!
But you cannot be sure she was wearing gloves that night.
Objection!
Actually, I can. The witness has called this her work outfit, so she must have been wearing it when she went to check supplies.
You devious lawyer, slippery as an eel. It was me because I had gloves on, as if it were only me wearing gloves.
She's the only one in the courtroom wearing gloves.
There was that guy. The guard, he was wearing gloves too.
The guard? Oh, was that the previous witness?
Oh, that's right. Gloves are part of the guard's uniform by regulation. See? That guard Johnny, he was wearing gloves that night too.
What do you have to say, Mr. Wright? Since you're claiming that the assailant is the person who had gloves on, that would make the guard a suspect as well.
Could Johnny be the culprit? It's not possible. Johnny Smiles is not the culprit.
Why not? Anyone with gloves could have done it. Didn't you just say that?
No, I didn't. However, it does seem plausible that the guard could have done it. He was wearing gloves after all. I'm afraid that's impossible, Your Honor, and I have proof.
You do?
Fascinating. Let's see this proof if you really have it. Please enlighten us as to why Smiles cannot be the culprit.
Yep, I will. Mr. Smiles is, to put it nicely, what you may call a free spirit. There is no guarantee he would follow the rules and wear his full uniform. And this evidence proves he did not wear gloves.
But wait! Don't throw that filthy torch at me!
Will someone please wipe the chocolate off this evidence?
No, Your Honor. This chocolate is the evidence.
What?
Mr. Smiles was snacking on a chocolate bar during his patrol. That's why his flashlight is in this sorry state. And covered in his chocolatey fingerprints. Therefore, we know that he didn't wear gloves when patrolling the ship that night. Rule-breaking, chocolate-loving Johnny Smiles was not the culprit.
What? That's ridiculous. Ridiculo. It's too silly.
Your Honor, the defense has merely pointed out a possibility. To call this witness a criminal without actual evidence against her is preposterous.
Objection.
The prosecution's duty is to clear what doubts there may be regarding to the defendant's guilt. And I have demonstrated that there is, at the very least, a possibility that the witness is not telling the truth.
At the very least, Espella Cantabella is not innocent. As corroborated by PC Badger, the toy that she attempted to steal.
Give me the case. Give me the case. It's fucking over. It's done. It's over. But submit that into evidence and I will finish this fucking case. I fucking dare you. Do it.
Do it, you son of a bitch. Put that into evidence right now.
Put it into evidence, I dare you. I feel like that would be a very stupid thing for a fucking lawyer to do, is just run, just walk out from the fucking witness, walk out from the defendant's bench, put that shit in evidence, I dare you, then start walking away from the court. What was that? Did Olivia just freeze for a second? Prosecutor Flinch, explain to the court about this toy, this new piece of evidence.
This is the stuffed toy the defendant tried to steal that night.
One of its legs would appear to be missing. Poor thing.
This mishap befell PC Badger as the witness and defendant were fighting. The captain of the freighter reported the damage after the defendant's arrest.
So this is the stuffed animal Olivia snatched from Espella? I see. The court would like to hear the witness's testimony regarding this evidence.
Witness, your testimony. Excuse me, witness. You have been asked to testify. I'm so very sorry. I got a little upset from all these accusations. I'm not used to this, to being called a liar. Ah, yes, it's only natural. Don't worry about that. It's all that slimy attorney's fault. Why do I feel like an eel on a chopping board?
The witness will now testify. Tell us how you retrieved this toy from the defendant.
Gladly. Oh, il nostro mare.
I wonder what she's saying. I don't get it. I'm gonna look it up. Google il nostro mare. Il nostro mare. Translation means our sea, apparently, in Italian. So there we go. Now you learnt some Italian as well. Whatever she said, I'll make sure this is the last time she says it in court. Okay, about PC Badger.
I wrestled this toy back from that thief and then gave it to the police. When I found that girl, I thought I couldn't let her get away with our precious cargo. Naturalmente, I had to get that toy back from her first. His leg got ripped off, though. But there's no way I could have attacked her with the pipe. I was holding the toy in one hand. I don't remember much about when I was hit, but I got the toy back at least.
Ah, I see. What a commendable attitude, to going to such lengths to protect the cargo.
I may not be a security guard, but I'll do what it takes for the sake of our ship.
It didn't do much good for in the end. This PC Badger is way too damaged to be sold.
These lovely toys are made at a workshop in London. We transport them down the River Thames, distributing them to children as we go.
Didn't she call them bizarro toys earlier? And now suddenly they're cute?
And what about fingerprints on this toy?
It is a soft toy, after all, so no usable fingerprints were found.
Well, that is unfortunate. Regardless, the court accepts it into evidence.
All right.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Yep. About PC Badger.
I wrestled this toy back from the thief and gave it to the police. When I found that girl, I thought I couldn't let her get away with our precious cargo.
I'm gonna press everything, because it's always a good idea. When you entered the cargo hold, is Speller had this stuffed animal?
Naturalmente, I caught her red-handed. She was trying to steal it, I'm telling you.
To be honest, it doesn't sound like she's lying.
But is Speller really a thief?
We can't be sure about it. Just picking something up doesn't make you a thief. Anyway, something else in her testimony is on my mind right now.
Has the defense changed its mind about the innocence of its client now?
Witness, do continue your testimony. What did you do after coming across the defendant?
When I found that girl, I thought I couldn't let her get away with our precious cargo.
Hold it!
This precious cargo was picked up from London?
See, the workshop where they make them is by the River Thames. We come to pick up the cargo regularly. As it's a regular direct delivery service, we did not see the need to investigate the cargo. If you confiscate our cargo for inspection, we wouldn't be able to carry out my cooking experiments.
Confiscated? What the heck is she cooking exactly?
I think we can all see how committed Miss Al Dente is to her work. Commitment and passion are the main ingredients of every dish I cook. Naturalmente, I had to get the toy back from her first. His leg got ripped off, though.
The stuffed animal's leg got ripped off when you were fighting.
See, it came off easier than the shell of a freshly boiled lobster.
Let's see. Well, this thing does seem kind of flimsy. Stop picking on PC Badger! He may be a plushie, but there's no reason to make fun of him. It's not made very well, though. Looks like it might just come apart if you pull it a bit.
I ripped it out of the girl's hand and kept it with me until the police came. But there's no way I could have attacked her with the pipe. I was holding the toy in one hand.
Hold it!
So you didn't hit the defendant with this steel pipe.
Aren't you forgetting who's the victim here, sweetie? I am, and I didn't strike myself with that pipe. Aren't you getting things backwards? Feeling dizzy? Maybe you haven't been eating properly.
She's right. Someone else must have hit her.
Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but I don't remember much about when I was hit, but I got the toy back at least.
No, you didn't. You don't remember much about it.
Yeah, and the room was dark because only the emergency light was on. But there was definitely no one else in that room, only me and that little girl. So it had to be her that hit me.
She's not having second thoughts about that, it seems. So that's it, huh? Well, Nick, this one's easy. I know what to do. You're finally starting to act like your normal self. The jet mark must have hit you like a ton of bricks, huh? There is a clear contradiction in Olivia's testimony. It's time to present some evidence and expose her lies. Yeah. And that would be I got the toy back. Yeah. But I got the toy back at least. No, you didn't.
Objection!
Oh, fuck off! Your Honor, what do you think of this testimony? Damn it, where is it then? It was either this one or when she said that she had the toy in her hand. Making a face like that does not make your objections more credible, Mr. Wright. I'm not in a good mood today, so I shall punish the defense with a penalty. Fuck off. Hey, don't take it out on me. Damn it. Right. Don't remember much about when I got the toy back at least. But you didn't get the toy back. Wait. Had to get the toy back from her. Couldn't let her get away with our precious... I found that girl. Naturally meant to add to get the toy back from her first. Its leg got ripped off, though. Right, let me read this. Torn for a piece of it. Spell was clasping it. Yeah. It's here?
Objection!
Not here, then. Well, it's got to be this, then, isn't it? Because that's what she says is the toy. What? But it's clearly the fact that... It's clearly... What? I'm not hinting this. There's no way I could have attacked her with this pipe. I was holding the toy in one hand. Hang on, let me read the other thing. Toy, one leg got ripped off in a fight. What? But it's definitely the fact that this and this are incorrect, right? Like, looking at the details of it, you can see the leg is ripped, but it's still got this. So it's... Oh, is this one of the things where they've got it backwards? I've got it backwards, don't I? I probably have it backwards. Don't remember much, but I got the toy back at least. No, you didn't, because that's not the toy, right?
Objection!
Fuck off! What is it then? What? What? That doesn't make any sense. It's definitely that she didn't get the toy back. She definitely didn't get the toy back. Alright. Right. So what the fuck is it then? Because looking at like evidence, it's either this or this, and I don't know which one it is yet. sake. Right. Yeah, let's get back around to you. It's a very clear contradiction. Well, I love when the game's super confident about it, and I'm not. Let's sell this toy. Alright. Yeah. I wrestled this toy back from the thief and gave it to the police. Oh, it's the first statement. Fuck's sake. Yeah. Spella was clasping it, but that toy can't be the same thing. Fuck, I was looking at everything else. Literally, I feel like that could have been any of them, where she's like, this was the toy, this was the toy, this was the toy. Any of those three statements, it should have been that you could present this tag. Yeah. Okay.
Objection.
Fucking poo. Miss Al Dente, I would like to confirm just one thing. The stuffed animal you submitted to the police, is it this one? Yeah, that's the one. No doubt about it. I'm sorry, but if that's the case, things simply don't add up.
What doesn't add up?
Well, you see, as I was saying...
if it's about the leg, it's that girl's fault. It got ripped off because she wouldn't let go.
No, it's not that. The problem is not something that's missing from this stuffed animal. On the contrary, it's something that shouldn't be there in the first place.
Something that shouldn't be there?
And that is, of course, this item.
That's...
This is the final piece of evidence received from the guard, Mr. Smiles. When I seized the girl at the crime scene, she was clasping this in her hand. She didn't even seem to notice. And what would that be?
It would appear to be PC Badger's tag, Your Honor.
Strange, isn't it? Something was definitely ripped off of this plushie. But it wasn't its leg, it was the tag. You noticed it too, didn't you, Al Dente, Miss Al Dente? If this is the stuffed animal that Miss Cantabella was holding when you found her, then why is the tag still on it? Order! Order! I will have order! What is the meaning of this?
Hey you, tasteless-looking prosecutor over there. Yes? What's this about a tag? You didn't tell me anything about that. If you please calm down.
It's no use blaming the prosecutor. He didn't even know this tag existed.
The witness, I had not been informed of such evidence. If you had this in your possession, why didn't you hand it in to the police?
Sorry, Mr. Prosecutor. I am an expert at what I do. And my expert advice told me... my expert advice was that I'd better keep this as my secret weapon. So I waited for the right moment to single-handedly settle this trial. For better or worse, this tag's existence has only recently come to light. Neither the prosecution, nor you, Your Honor, knew about it before this trial. But then, why is there a tag on this toy? How come this toy has a tag? The answer is simple. There is a tag on this stuffed animal. There is only one possibility. Miss Al Dente, before handing the plushie in to the police, you swapped it for another.
Listen to yourself. Why would I even do something like that? Ridicolo. That's right. That tag must be a fake.
A fake? Why would you think that?
The chocolate freak must be trying to frame me, that's what it is.
Objection.
Mr. Smiles had no motive to do something like that.
No motive? It doesn't require much thinking to come up with one. He wanted attention. Yes, what he said. That guy lied to show off. That's all there is to it. Did Johnny produce bogus evidence to draw attention to himself? It's not possible. It's impossible. It's an interesting theory, but it's impossible. And how do you know? Shoo, I'll dice you like an onion. Anyway, was Mr. Smiles lying? There's an easy way to find out. What? How do you plan to check it? By checking the fingerprints, of course. The fingerprints? Ah! According to Mr. Smiles' testimony, when he sees Miss Cantabella, she was holding the tag in her hand. Therefore, her fingerprints should still be on that tag. Not bad.
Bailiff, have this evidence investigated immediately.
That was awesome, Nick! We've almost got her now.
Mr. Flinch, I have a question for you.
What is it?
When you searched the crime scene, you found a toy. Did you find a toy without a tag? Well, Mr. Flinch, did you?
No, we, considering the circumstances, it did not seem necessary to investigate quite so thoroughly. But at the very least, I can tell you that all the toys in the crate had tags on.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
It appears no stuffed animal was found without a tag. Which means that it may still be hidden at the crime scene.
Ah.
Your Honor, the defense requests that the ship be searched thoroughly this time. Send a forensics team there immediately!
You're requesting another search?
What? Surely you can't be serious. Whether the toy was swapped or not, it doesn't matter in the least. They're all the same. Any of them will do just fine.
That is exactly why it's important. All these plushies are the same. Oh, Flinch. You just let me figure something out. All these plushies are the same. There's no need to swap one for another. And yet... why is the witness getting so worked up about it?
That's just...
I had a feeling that there was something odd about this case. A stolen stuffed animal and an assault connected to it. There had to be more to it. There had to be another crime under the surface. God, this fucking sucks with the text scroll. Nick? This is it. What should I do? Request the search. Your Honor, the defense insists on another search. Should a plushie without a tag be found on the ship, then there's a strong possibility that this case will be resolved.
The prosecution does not acknowledge the need for...
Oh, what's up? Nope, that's a fucking tuna. No, no.
You can't. No, you can't search it again. You just can't.
Interesting.
But witness?
Miss Al Dente, why did you swap the stuffed animal? And why are you so afraid of having the ship searched? PC Badger holds all the answers.
I say, Mr. Wright, could it be that you already know the reason behind the swap?
Of course I don't have any definitive proof, but When it comes to pointing out a possibility, I might have something. Very well then, let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence that would explain why Miss Al Dente is against the search? I believe it's irrelevant, but... There is a certain article in this newspaper. Elusive jewel thieves at large in London. Scotland Yard on red alert. Oh, that robbery. I have heard about it, of course. A group of thieves robbed a jewellery shop and made away with about 50 pieces of jewellery. Many extremely valuable stones were stolen as well. Scotland Yard's under great pressure to find them.
All packages sent out from London are being scrutinised by the police. And what does this have to do with our case? Nothing!
Flinch, do you remember what you mentioned about the ship's packaging? You don't search the cargo. I beg to differ. The jewel theft took place in London. And that's where our freighter picked up its cargo.
London? Ah, it can't be. Witness?
That night, you discovered the defendant in the cargo hold. She was holding one of the plushies. You knew you had to get it back. I love this. This is great. You had to get it back at all costs. But why go so far for a mere plushie? There is only one possible reason. You couldn't afford to have the police discover what was inside of it. Hey! Oh! Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, that's 2 concussions in 2 days. Someone get that fish some water, please. Oh, what a brilliant fucking trial. I like that. We've just received a report from the team investigating the crime scene. This toy was hidden between a storage unit and a pipe.
Ah. Huh?
The toy has been cut open and the contents examined. And this was found inside. A pink diamond worth approximately £100,000. We have also received a report from the crime lab. The defendant's fingerprints have been found on this tag. Do you have anything to say, Miss Al Dente? Oh! Wait. That fish slap is the wrong way round. That fish slap should be the other way. It should be flipped because she got hit from her right, the tail slap, and then she spun off to the right, or to stage right now, in this instance. So that fish slap should be the other way, shouldn't it? Because yeah, it spun. Did it? Sorry, I'm gonna have to go look back. I swear that thing spun the wrong way. My brain's thinking that it spun the wrong way. Hang on, let's have a look at it. Right, that's the fish. You can afford to have the police come over to the side. Hang on. No! Yep. Miss it. It then spins around. Yeah, it slaps her from. From right to. From left to right of this screen. So because of that, it should be the other way around. That mark on her face is backwards. I was right. Okay, I'm not crazy. I lost, didn't I? So you are See, I'm one of them. I'm one of the jewel thieves. My role was to get the loot out of London. The police never checked the regular shipments from that workshop. We decided to take advantage of that blind spot.
Indeed, the regular direct delivery service has been overlooked by the police.
Possibly because that workshop produces the very mascot representing the police.
The other crew had nothing to do with it. I used their ship, that's all.
It was you who hid the jewels inside the plushies.
There was one jewel in each toy. I was carrying them away one by one.
The defendant happened to pick up one of those toys?
I had my heart stand still when I saw the girl in the cargo hold. Whenever I was free, I stood guard in front of that room, and yet she got in somehow. So there I was. So there she was in the room with the hidden loot. So there she was in the room with the hidden loot. One of the toys in her hand. So how did Isabella get in there? I don't know if she was trying to steal the toy or what. But I just had to get it back from her, no matter the cost. Then I handed in a different toy. I made it look like it was ripped in the fight. It would have been over for me if the police found any of the jewels.
But wait, who was it in the end? Who hit Olivia? Oh, I almost forgot about that.
At first, I thought it must have been that little girl that hit me.
And yet it wasn't, eh?
But now I don't know.
You don't know?
No one else was supposed to be in that room.
Supposed
but
to?
What if there was someone in the shadows? Some mischievous person hidden in the darkness.
Well, there's no theft and there's no assault. As a result, she's cleared of charges. We won't worry about trespassing. That was not a charge but applied to her.
This was a most unusual case. It cannot be said that all mysteries have been solved, but it has become clear that Miss Cantabella is innocent of the charges against her.
Well then, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor?
It would seem that I owe you thanks for helping us see the truth.
No need to thank me, Your Honor. I was just doing my job. Like I always do. Is that really the smartest thing you could come up with?
And, Mr. Flinch?
Yes, Your Honor?
This trial was part of the Legal League of Attorneys exchange program, wasn't it? May this trial serve as a lesson for you too. Is that understood?
It is as you say, Your Honor.
Oh.
Don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look! Without my glasses, I can't see, and I don't want to be seen. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
Okay.
Ahem. Well then, the court has reached its verdict. I pronounce the defendant, Isabella Cantabella,
not guilty.
Woo!
Oh, and he's back at the stand. I assume he trod on his glasses. Ah, we got the music! Congratulations! You did it, Nick! Yeah, thanks. I guess I should be happy. But Delacroix's cold gaze is staring daggers through me. Thank you, Mr. Wright. You are better than I thought. Had I known earlier, I would have asked you to prove Isabella innocent from the very start. I'm glad you're happy about the verdict. Isabella, come and thank Mr. Wright. Oh, is she in a fugue state then? Oh, the book. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Yeah, glad I could help. Hey, Isabella! What's that big book you've got there? Oh, please forgive her. She's a bit shy, you see. She's very fond of books. At any rate, now Isabella can return to her peaceful life at our boarding school. And it's all thanks to your hard work, Mr. Wright. Yes, it is. Now, please excuse us. We have some formalities to attend to. Oh, yes, of course. Mr. Wright, you were truly outstanding in that courtroom today. Farewell. Okay. It's finally over. You know, something's still bothering me about this case. The person who hit Olivia. Where did they go? That's true. We don't know who actually assaulted Olivia. Yeah, if it wasn't a speller, there must have been another person at the crime scene. But neither Olivia nor Johnny saw anyone else. And the room was dark, save for the emergency light. I'm sure someone hid in the shadows. And Johnny was wearing sunglasses. I'm amazed he saw anything at all. He missed all those clues, so it's not much of a stretch to imagine he missed the perpetrator too. How about we head back now? Okay, let's go check out Tower Bridge while we still have some daylight left. Sounds good to me.
Oh.
Oh?
What is it, Maya?
There, on the couch.
Isn't
that Espella's book?
Why does the sound quality for Maya and Phoenix sound like their mics are just, like, peaked, but they've squared it down? Listen.
It is the book she was holding. We should return it to her.
But it just sounds like every so often you just get that little fuzzy squaring. It's just me or am I crazy?
Let's see what kind of stuff Espella likes to read.
Like, it sounds like a slightly squared form. That's weird.
Just quit it, Maya.
You hear it? It's fuzzy.
Labyrinthia, huh?
Yep. Oh, they're gonna see the fucking weird-ass moving words now. Oh. Shit. What is this?
Maya, look.
Is that us? Oh, shit! That's them!
Hey, Nick. Look, that's us, isn't it?
So they were also written into the book? Okay, that's weird. Ha. Interesting. To be continued. Okay, then. Well, I think that is probably a very good spot for us to go ahead and, oh my god, that credibility was poo! Oh no, my Picarat score is so ruined. No! Oh, I hate that. I hate that. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save in a fucking second slot, so I might go back and redo that whole trial. Way off time. We'll see. It's fine though. Next time, because I do think this is a good stopping point. I know it's slightly under like the 4-hour mark, but like getting through the prologue and things, I think is a good spot, and we'll see how things go. But Mysterious Labyrinthia. Next time, we will continue on here. Luke, wake up, my boy. Professor? Good. I'm glad to see you're awake. And we will find out what exactly is going to happen to them next time, because for now, I think this is a good spot for us to go ahead and stop. So let me just move on to you, and there we are and things. We'll find out exactly what is happening in Labyrinthia next time. I'm already fucking loving this game. I think that's great. I think that's really, really fun. We've had a court case, we've had a couple puzzles, we've got a big mystery being hooked in for all of this. I think that's fucking awesome. So I will more than happily be coming back to this on Friday and things. I may go in between streams and we may go back and redo that trial just to get the Picarats, because I'm not gonna lie, that really hurt. That really hurts that they've made credibility for Picarad stuff as well, but either way, it's not a huge issue with anything. It's, you know, coming back to the cases, we were a little bit rusty on exactly what they wanted to do, but hey, it's a Phoenix Wright game. What do you expect? Sometimes the puzzles are a little bit obtuse, sometimes you need to do the exact wording for things, but either way, that is where we're going to end things off for now. YouTube, at the very least, if you want to come and be a part of the raid and all the other good stuff that we're doing on the Twitch side of things, then you can come and be a part of that at twitch.tv/ultrasonicblur, or you can go over there. We're going to raid on in to someone else and have some fun with that. But either way, we hope that you have a very good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may find yourself orientated in this universe, and you take care. All right. right. Pop that off. Editing studio real quick. All right, now I got to figure out what the hell to... See, this is the thing. I wrote a... yes, quit that, you fucking garbage-ass vidIQ bullshit. And keep you for a little bit. Anyway, sorry. We put insert catchy, insert interesting and catchy title, but now we actually have something to write for it, so hooray, we'll get to worrying about that later. But for now, as we've said, we're going to go ahead and raid on out and things. On Thursday, we'll be back for some more Slay the Spire 2, should be a lot of fun. We've got to actually get wins on the fucking region and the Necrobinder, which will be... But yes, and also the defect, we have got that as well. But if you want to know what it is we're going to be doing when we're going to be live and all the other good stuff, then we will let you know. But if you want to find out where that is, all you've got to do is go down below where you can find and follow us for more information about when we're going to be on live, what we're going to be doing, and all that other good stuff. But until next time, thank you to everyone who has found, followed, and stuck around on our stream. We hope that you'll stick around for our raid. But either way, we've been Ultrasonic Blur, you nerds have been a fantastic audience, and we shall see you all next time.